3 years ago, one of the coolest things for me were Minecraft hardcore worlds. Ambitious players putting hundreds of hours into absolutely insane builds, and if they died even once, they would lose all of it. So in 2022 I started my own hardcore world that I named Impressive World, and it was everything but impressive. I had to gather stone like a primate, I had to farm like a peasant, and I was living in a wooden shack at the edge of the woods like a poor person. It was bad. Progress was so slow that I wanted to give up. But you're watching this video, aren't you? That's because over the next 3 years or 3000 Minecraft days, I turned my pathetic world into one of the most impressive ones on all of YouTube. I built the most expensive planet and the most expensive island, I built a 200 and a 500 villager trading hall, and I even built an accurate replica of Africa with all of its countries, which took over 500 days to make. And those aren't even half of the things I did and built in my world. And you get to see all of it in this full movie video. Now you can sit back and relax because we are starting with my 100,000 emerald challenge before I even beat the Ender Dragon. I got 100,000 emeralds in hardcore Minecraft without AFK emerald farms and used them to raise the biggest emerald cube right in my base. From chopping almost 200,000 melons to building a 200 plus villager hall, this challenge was beyond insane. Without AFK farms, the fastest way to get emeralds is trading, and I did start with a very small hall from another challenge, so I upgraded it. I made it bigger with snow walls for amazing looks and put the workers as close to each other as possible for maximum efficiency. Next step was choosing the trade. I have a 5000 melon plantation from the last video, and farmers are guaranteed to get melon trades at level 3. We found our winner. I got started with 3 of them, and leveling these guys up is actually dirt cheap. I used hay bale for 2, then it's just 12 emeralds to get to 3. With 40 melon stacks I had in my chest, I did 2 consecutive trading days and got 125 and 72 emeralds. A Minecraft day is 11 to 13 minutes, so that was little, very little. If I were to try to get all 100,000 at that pace, it would take me over 300 hours, and as you can imagine, I spent most of those 2 days waiting for restocks. I got 4 more farmers, which was a little better, 174 emeralds in 1 day, but I still needed a lot more and I ran out of melons. Everything needed a major upgrade. The plan was to greatly increase efficiency with a better axe for melons and a lot more farmers. For my axe I got silk touch and like 20 resets, then netherite. Okay, vein of 2, this is a 3. This is gonna be the most used axe someone's ever crafted. We'll do 12 more farmers and I think double the hole size too. To fit 19 on one row I almost tripled it and also built right over a cave. Filling up a lake is never fun, but the rest was pretty smooth and done in under 2 hours. If I have the stations in place I don't even need to push them, this is 200 IQ. Then I obliterated my wheat supply and spent all my hard-earned emeralds on apples and pie. We have 19 traders, this should go a lot better. Chopping melons I finished the whole 5000 farm in 2 days, and then I did it again with a smaller yield, which now I see was a waste of time, but I got 95 stacks in 4 days and I was happy with it. Trading was miles better. I got 828 emeralds my first day, spending 2 out of 13 minutes actually trading. Then the next 2 I got only 444 and 480. If you traded with them the previous day they'll restock less and less times, and yes, this is a weird game mechanic that you'll notice every time I trade. The melons ran out and the end result was 1752 emeralds in 7 days. I repeated the cycle once more, getting 90 stacks in 4 days and trading 792, 456 and 437 emeralds. That is 245 emeralds a day, and with what I had laying around the total was 4632 emeralds. That would have been 86 hours of trading to get to 100,000. It's better than 300 but still scale way too much, so I had to step up the game a lot. I needed to chop melons faster and have more villagers to spend as little time as possible waiting for restocks. I'll change the design so I can chop 2 rows at once, which should double my efficiency. Then started the hardest part of the challenge, melon farm expansion. With 200 on each new thick row, the most I could do per day was 2, so it took 3 hours to turn this into this. It also had 6,000 instead of 5,000 melons because of its better spacing, and of course I couldn't delay trying it right then and there, and I was right. With 112 stacks in 2 days, the efficiency had more than doubled. The second upgrade is 19 more farmers, so I stuffed like 7 in my improvised tunnel, let them choose their place and locked them in. The harder part was resetting for the first level up. I even traded some bread because I was too lazy to reset wheat. I'm afraid to test it. I do hope it helped a lot. With the first 112 stacks, I traded 1,776 emeralds in a single day. I spent well over 5 out of 11 minutes just buying emeralds, which was a huge step up. The downside being that I ran out of melons that very same day and the farm didn't really have time to grow. Repeating the process, I did 83 stacks in 2 days, then got 1,332 emeralds, then 87 stacks with 1,405, then 83 with 1,332. I was getting 487 emeralds per day, almost double 245, and the new total was 10,989. This is so far from enough. I need 10 times this to get 100k. What? I set a goal for 2,000 emeralds per day, which would get the job done in another 9 hours, which I wasn't even sure was possible. The new plan was expanding the farm from 6,000 to 9,000 melons because it was depleting way too fast, and doubling my villager haul to 79 to hopefully never have to wait for restocks. I need so many farmers, I don't know if this is enough. At such a scale, even preparing the workstations was taking me 3 days. If the villagers weren't cooperative, this would literally take me over 5 hours, and I was out of hay bale, so I spent almost 2,000 emeralds to get all 38 melon trades. I knew I hated it, but I had to do it. I'll make each row 50 blocks longer, so all this outline area will turn into farmland. It took 4 days to get the dirt out with very little stone to dig, but the harder part was planting. There's no way to speed up this process, and without most of the dirt, water and seeds already in place, it took me 3 hours and a half to do it all. For the moment of truth, in 2 days I got 114 stacks and traded them for 1,842 emeralds. Then I did 4 days of chopping for 152 stacks with 2,437 emeralds traded in 1 day. I spent every single second buying emeralds, which was huge. I was approaching the limit of what was possible with trading. Next, 112 for 2 days into 2,630, then 155 into 4 days for 2,533. The new total was 19,556 with 629 emeralds per day. This is actually bad. I'm not even close to 2,000. You see, I was trading all the melons in just a day, so I couldn't let the rows fully grow, and I was spending most of the days chopping and not getting great goodies. It was time for the biggest upgrade I've ever done to the trading system. To get more melons faster, I needed to increase the farm size, use speed potions to be able to chop faster, shulker boxes to manage all the items, and for the cheapest trades I had to get the maximum discount on all my villagers. I'll expand the rows by 50 blocks, which will bring the total to 12,000 melons. I deforested the area, which was fun compared to all the other stuff I've been doing. I dug the dirt in like 20 minutes, and then came that horrifically boring part. Granted, I was more efficient from experience and finished the whole thing in under 2 hours. I swear I must be the only guy who needs this big of a melon farm. For the potions, I set up a sugarcane and netherwort farm, and while those were growing, I prepared for the adventures to come. I reset for looting, fortune, sweeping edge, sharpness, and went on 1,000 emerald spending spree to get all 6 items to their best forms. I wasn't sure how many swiftness pots I'd need, so naturally I got way too many, spending 4 days and almost all my glowstone for 177. To get shulker boxes, I first bullied some endermen, then some blaze, then Jean, sorry, I'll revive you eventually, then lockstroke with an end city right next to my spawn. Shulkers aren't hard to fight, but my my god are they annoying. I spent 4 hours on just 2 cities, but I could also now fly. For the hardest part of the upgrade, I have to give every villager 3 golden apples for the discount. I was missing 1593 gold. I could build an AFK gold farm, but that's boring. We're going bastion looting. Bastions are surprisingly not hard to find, but the gold is. There's 4 types that you gotta learn, and each has hidden treasure, like the first one that had gold inside the walls and got me 235. The second was close with 217, the third with 140, fourth I got jumped by 3 brutes and lost a totem, and after the 6th and 7th the gold total was 1337, and I also got full netherite gear. With the 8th and 9th I reached 1636 and went back home. If I cure just one villager once, melon trays decrease by 1, but if I cure 90 of them, it got a 3 melon discount. I'm not sure why it works like this, but I can't complain, I got spare apples. The real question was, did it work? Melon chopping surely did. With a 40% move speed buff I did 132 stacks in 2 days, but the biggest difference was trading. The first day I wasted no time waiting for restocks and got 2657 emeralds, then came another 4 consecutive trading days with 1596, 1452, 1380 and 1360 emeralds. The melon supply was lasting way longer, and I repeated the cycle again, chopping 120 stacks in 2 days, then I traded 2379, then 1568, 1440 and 1404 emeralds. The new total was 34,060 with 1168 emeralds per day, and it has almost doubled from 600. After every trading day with no wasted time, the number of restocks decreases by a lot, so I had to double my villager number to make sure I wasn't wasting even a second to hopefully reach 2000 emeralds per day. I have to obliterate the trading hall and breeding chamber to double it to 152 farmers. Building a new chamber took 3 days, no big deal, but boy did I have to dig a ton for the hall, and not just dirt, there was plenty of stone. Decorations are always fast, 2 days and they were all done. Villagers are fun when there's a few, but boy does the time add up when they misbehave. Why are you like this? Just go to your station. This is row 1, 2, 3 and 4. Look at my inventory filling up with useless garbage. This cost me 1585 emeralds. I stuffed them with golden apples and they're ready. Now let's check our new profits. I got 124 melon stacks in 2 days, no change there, but the trading was amazing, exhausting all my melons in just 2 days for 3295 and 3383 emeralds. Not only was I working without pause, but I always knew which ones to visit and be 100% sure they were gonna have the trade. I repeated the cycle 3 more times in 12 days, doing 126 stacks, 3100, 3273 traded, 120 with 3453, 3466 and 105 with 3832 and 2921. The new total was at 58,927 and 1,670 emeralds a day. This is actually so close to 2,000 a day. I think we can make it. With a few improvements we can actually do it. I wasn't letting the melon farm grow by buying emeralds for only 2 days, so I had to give it the biggest upgrade up to that moment and turn it from a 12,000 to a 16,000. Knowing I was so close to the goal made the process enjoyable. For the first time I deforested it, dug the dirt, then went through adding 10 more rows. This is easily the biggest melon farm I've ever seen. I added 38 more villagers so I could be sure there were no more limitations, and to flex with the 200 villager trading hall, infected them myself because zombies take too long, and went straight to chopping. A combination of less bumping into the fruits because of my improved technique and having more fully grown rows got me 155 stacks in 2 days, and I could do 3 trading days of 3389, 3315 and 2985, but I dismissed those because on my next cycle I did 158 stacks, and to trade I went in the middle of 6 farmers and worked on them, then moved on to another bunch, which meant I spent the least amount of time possible walking between them. This allowed me to do 4160 and 4195 emeralds, and the farm was so big it didn't matter that it only had 2 days to grow. The next 2 cycles were 161 stacks, 4146 6 and 4,224 traded and 161 with 4,153 and 3,820. The average was 2,057 emeralds a day, and I chopped one more to get the 3,823 I needed to reach a total of 100,114 emeralds. I spent 3 days to craft the 10,648 emerald blocks and 7 to raise the giant cube. This is so unnecessary and dumb and took 60 hours to build, but at least it matches my skin. I got 100 of every single plant in Minecraft and built the most impressive garden ever to help create the most impressive hardcore world. Compared to everything I've done up to this point, I wanted the next one to be truly unique and insanely hard to make, and I'm sure I at least succeeded in the difficulty part because this was the hardest project I have ever made. I need to get every plant that can stand on a block, so we'll explode vines, and mushrooms aren't plants. Yes, I studied biology for this build. I traveled to pretty much every biome to get 60 different types of items and 6,000 in total. First, I needed to build an actual empty garden to fill, and there was a perfect spot right next to my house. The place is 60 by 100 blocks. We have a lot of work to do. The houses are done. I should have really gotten a beacon. This is so much stone. It took 4 hours to build and it looks amazing. Now we can start planting. I began with the fruits and edible items because I already have 100 of a couple. The wort, cane, the wheat that I get whenever I touch grass, and we don't have to talk about the melons. I also had a few cacti and a pumpkin spawn next to my house, so the plan for those was simple. Those were the only 6 I had at my base, and from then on I was gonna go out and find all the other 54. We're looking for a village to find the veggies. There it is. I actually found all 3 in that first one: beetroot, potatoes and carrots. I can just bone meal these guys over and over again. We only have the berries and the chorus fruits left. The red goodies are even simpler than the carrots, but the end plant was the hardest. Wait, can I not get chorus flowers? What's going on? I have to break the flower itself. This makes even less sense than the floating trees. They're also super tall and it's very easy to miss the flower and lose it. I finally have all the edibles. These 11 are the easiest to get. We have an insane journey ahead of us. And indeed, the 7 trees were much more difficult. I sure know which ones we start with. The low-profile, thin trees like birch and oak were almost relaxing, but wait till you see the jungle. The trunks are massive and the leaves not that many, plus I have to drop all the wood or the drops will get stuck. This is what an hour and a half of collecting jungle saplings looks like. Acacia and sprouts were enjoyable just like the oak, but then comes the real challenge. And I thought 4 block trunks were scary. Some of these are 13. There was 1 tree left, which to me was the scariest. My world has only recently been updated and there's a ton of chunks that were generated in 1.18 before mangrove was even a thing. I traveled a good 40,000 blocks before I eventually found the swamp. I don't have to cut the tree, this is nice. 3 more and I'm done. Gotcha. We have all 7 saplings and I honestly hope the others will be easier. I'm using string to prevent them from growing past 1 block and ruining the look. It's perfect because you can barely notice it. 18 out of 60 and it already looks massive. Just imagine this garden 3 times as big. The next 12 plants are all the grass and vine types and also the most diverse. I'll start with the 9 easier ones and then move on to the second hardest plant in this challenge. I got the crimson roots, nether sprouts, blue vines and wrap roots from the nether. It's nice to have an easy task every once in a while. We are done with the nether. The fifth was grass, that was the simplest, but next were the difficult ones. With all the research I've done, I didn't know you can bone meal bamboo to get 100 in seconds, so I wasted 30 minutes. I briefly forgot about the fern, which is almost as easy as grass, and lily pads were a bit difficult just because the swamp next to my base was the smallest I've ever seen and I had to find a second. I have been dreading this moment since the beginning of the build. If you were to guess the second hardest plant to get, you wouldn't even think of glow lichten. This thing is so rare, I literally have to check every stone. Add hordes of monsters to the scarcity, and this is the second most time consuming item from the garden, and it took 2 hours to get a little over 100. Number 1 are wither roses, and I'll get to those soon. The last one in this group was the drip leaf that you can make as tall as you want as long as you have bone meal. It's so hard to recall everything I've done and we're only halfway there. "30 out of 60 plants, just imagine how it will look like finished. You can think of the 18 flowers as a well-deserved vacation right before the hardest part. 15 of them grow in or near a flower forest and you don't even need to bone meal for most of them, there are just that many. The only ones that I need to bone meal are the plains flowers, corn, dandelion and poppy. Flowers are so simple to get. These are the 15 from the forest. The interesting ones were the blue orchids that only grow in swamps and I got them in 10 minutes, the harder to get azalea and even more rare flowering azalea. I spent like 700 bone meal to do it. I finished in 80 minutes, it was not that bad. For little work we got a lot of garden. I planted from the other side because I wanted all the tall plants to be on the right so they aren't covering the smaller ones. We are at 48 out of 60 plants and the colors are blinding, but it's funny because the next group will be so much brighter. And now for the weirdest part of the build, I had to get 100 of all 10 coral types and sea cucumbers. There's 5 small coral types and 5 big. I got the 100 sea cucumbers and 5 small kind in under 20 minutes, but the big ones were a real grind. They're very rare and hard to spot because I'm half blind underwater, so I bone mealed the whole reef as there wasn't even 100 of each. This place now looks like a jungle. And after spending 5 hours in that area, I got all 11 sea plants. This will be as close to done as it gets. Coral can stay on a block and not die if it's a water slab, super nice mechanic to have for the garden. It looks done from above, but we all know it's not impressive without the hardest plant. For the black cherry on top, I needed to get a wither to destroy 100 mobs. We need sacrificial beings, but what do I choose? I'm sorry, but you guys are the easiest, cheapest and fastest to breed. I basically have no choice. Then came an hour of feeding and then creepily watching them until I could feed them again. There's at least 100 of you, so now we can get the wither. Even with my looting sword, skulls are super rare, which is why this plant took the longest. First one, I got an achievement too. I have 2, I don't know when that happened. One more, just one more and we can make the garden. Come on, come on. Yes! I placed the wither in the middle of the farm and the explosion instantly gave me 100 roses. I would let you live, but I'm afraid you'll make it to my base. And the beacon that I've always wanted. This is it, it's never been done before and it looks incredible. And the last? Rose. I mean, if this is not impressive, then what is? I guess I'll try to come up with something at least as good, and who knows, maybe I'll choose one of your ideas. I got 100 of every potion in hardcore Minecraft, and anything that's in a bottle counts. Honey, XP, water, fire, and even empty bottles. There are 127 potions and I spent 150 hours to make every single one. I had to raise over 1,000 rabbits and turtles, build multiple mob farms, and so much more. This was by far the hardest and I hope the most impressive challenge I've ever tried. First I needed to get 20,000 glass for all the bottles. I'm not even sure if this is enough sand. Eight full shulker boxes, we're done. I got a bunch of lava buckets and turned my house into a giant oven for the glass. This doesn't look like a house anymore. Then gave a lot of blazes a hard time for the brewing fuel. I think I'll put the potions right here. With the basics done, I started from the easiest potion and made my way up to the hardest. The first one was water and I'll be getting 300 of each because I'll triple 41 potions for the splash and lingering variants. We got 44 more to go. The next three were so dumb, they're one ingredient and totally useless. Mundane, thick and awkward, for which I need sugar, glowstone and netherwort. I have farms for two of those and the glow thing is super easy to get. Four out of 45 done, now I have to start with the complex ones. The next 10 require 2 to 3 ingredients, so they take way more time to brew. Starting with night vision, I need golden carrots that I can simply buy with emeralds. For some reason, all potions require netherwort, which just makes everything take way longer. It's very weird. I got 600 potions for both effects, normal night vision and the 8-minute one. Swiftness has 2 extra types, longer and stronger, so I got 900 bottles for it. This is getting crazy. The 8-minute effect and the 40% one. Next was healing with 2 effects, so I had to buy 200 glittering melon. Even if I have the ingredients for these first 14, brewing takes an insane amount of work. 30 hours of this challenge were spent on brewing alone. The last one was strength and I had plenty of blaze powder for its 3 effects: regular, longer and strength 2. With 14 out of 45, I have to now get the ones I don't have the ingredients for. The next 12 were the negative buffs, for which I needed 14 stacks of spider eyes, so it was mob farm building time. It looks like a giant mushroom. And the design was terrible. Most of the spiders were getting stuck, so I had to break in every 10 minutes to get my eyes. The returns were decent, so I decided not to build a new one. I got all the eyes and also 18 gunpowder stacks. I'll need 46 to turn 2/3 of all the potions into splash, so I went on a little side quest to build a creeper farm. Nice. Weakness and poison only have 1 and 2 ingredients, so they're really not that hard to make. Weakness 1 and 2. And the 3 poison variants. But the last 7 have the most ingredients in the entire game, 3 or 4. You have swiftness, add an eye, boom, slowness, healing, eye, harming, and night vision is invisibility. The process was not fun. Slowness with 3 effects, harming with 2, and invisibility with 2. 26 out of 45, the next 17 are gonna be so ridiculous. It was time to get to the nightmare fuel, that were the potions with rare ingredients, starting with the 200 pufferfish for the 600 water breathing pots. There's no easy way to do this, I'll have to catch them one by one. I was getting like 20 per day, which was super slow. They're like the rarest fish in the game. That's 200, nice. The first really hard potion, both 3 and 8-minute variants. Fire resistance was supposed to be hard, but I ended up getting all the magma cream when I got the blaze rod, so that was a nice 2 and 3 ingredient job, both effects. With leaping we're entering god level difficulty, not because of finding rabbits, because you can get them from anywhere, but I needed 1800 of them for the 300 rabbits foot. I need to multiply you like 200 times. It's been a lot of days. Does this look like 2000 rabbits? Nope, more like 500. Finally, 300 feet, their drop rate is so low. Brewing them felt the best out of every potion until that point. 8 minutes, and jump 2. I got the potion of enchanting while I waited for the sleepless nights to add up for the phantom segment. I just had to level up a cleric and I could get as many as I wanted. Slow falling truly tested my patience because I had to wait when it was sunny and only farm membrane at night. The rate was 15 per day, which was even slower than the pufferfish. This was as boring as the game can get, but we're done. Slow falling has 2 effects, both of which are now in my collection. Honey might sound innocent to you, but it's not easy to come by. I need at least 40 bees for good yield. With around 50 bees I got 12 honey a day, and I did lose a couple because bees don't work when it's raining. I awkwardly have to wait for it to stop. We don't need to brew anything, I'll just put them in the chest. The second to last potion is regeneration, which deserves its spot. There's no way I get the ghast tears in the nether, so I need a ghast farm. It's one of the hardest mob farms because I need a ton of obsidian for it. I've been waiting for 1000 days to use a beacon and there's no better time. Yes, I dug a hole to the sky for it to work. With the nether and overworld parts I just had to AFK. A lot. For some reason it spawned skeletons and ghast tear rates are just not as good as in other versions. It was more of a skeleton farm. Yes, this is just enough. I got all 3 effects, normal, 90 seconds and regen 2, so it was time for the hardest potion in the entire game. Turtle Master requires 300 shells, so 1500 scutes. I get a scute for every baby turtle that grows up, so we know what I have to do. Breeding these guys is harder than any other mob. Eggs take 5 days to hatch and they often just refuse to do the thing, and I have to move them until they like how they sit. Why did they add portion of the Turtle Master? Nobody uses it, so they could have just removed it, right? This is around 200 eggs. I'll have to triple the farm size so that I only have to wait. This is the first nice round of scutes. Today I got like 200. Look at that farm size, I think I can stop here. There's way too many turtles, I have to get rid of some of them. (1,156 scutes), we have a few more days to go. (1,560), we can finally get Turtle Master. Regular, longer, stronger. Even after brewing the last one, the madness is far from over. We need to get the splash and lingering variants, which is a lot of work. First we need to turn 2/3 of everything into splash potions, then get 2000 dragon's breath to get the lingering ones. But before that, I gave the chest some shape and built a dungeon style house on top of them. Just floating, they look weird. Now we just need to finish the project. Because the work is repetitive, we can just automate most of the process. If I turn this lever, all the potions go into this chest. A lot of days later, the challenge was 99% done. It looks incredible, all we need to do is get the lingering potions. For Dragon's Breath I had to meet Jean a second time. Please attack me. Thank you. I get like 7 bottles per projectile, this is gonna take forever. She also spits fire when perching. So if I click here, the bottles will fill even when it's gone. This is weird, but it works. Come on, just a little bit longer. That's it. With a full shulker box, I put Jean to sleep and went back home to finish what I started 500 days ago. I included Dragon's Breath as the 44th potion, and with the same contraption I got every single lingering variant. And as the cherry on top, I added the empty bottles as the last potion. Everywhere you look, there's potions. 12,700 in total, not a single exception. This is insanely impressive, and I'm pretty sure it's a first in hardcore Minecraft, so my world is one step closer to being the very best. This is a stone block, and this is a stone block that's 10,000 times bigger. Now what if we did it to this entire village house? It would be so massive, it would stand above the clouds, and I would have to place so many blocks I'd probably break my wrist and would be so boring I'd lose my mind. No sane person would ever try this, which is why I will. In hardcore. If I ever finish the house, I wanna see it a lot, so this forest is pretty good. Clearing the area for the foundation proved to me yet again how bad of an idea this was. I need to break hundreds of trees plus hundreds of thousands of blocks, and this is a flat field. There I was, farming grass and wood for hours on end, but at least I had my trusty beacon, so the stone wasn't as difficult. And with the finished floor, I had to confront reality. There's 155 blocks in this house, which is way more than I thought, so this will take like 500 hours just to place them, not counting obtaining everything. The project will take half a year to finish this way, but I can leave the inside of every block empty and hope it will be reasonable. Minutes away from cancelling the project, I built the first block as fast as I could, thinking that maybe I can finish this in 2022. It's roughly 3 times faster this way, so we're down to 250 hours minimum, and it's still way too much. It's literally better to scrap it and do something else. But in a moment of inspiration, the house got another chance. What if I build just the visible parts and ignore everything else? It's just gonna be the outside and the inside walls, it will be so much faster. The challenge was on, so I continued building the foundation. I need to spawn-proof 11,000 blocks so there won't be monsters inside the floor. How long did it take to fill just one layer? A whole hour. And I had to go get more stone. I'm going to have so much fun, am I right, Trusty Beacon? A couple thousand blocks later the stone part was done, and it wasn't impossible, but still took like 12 days. I have to use all my wood just for the floor. I don't think placing the blocks will be the biggest problem. And 4,000 oak planks later I needed more wood, and it's so much harder to get than stone. Not only do I have to bone meal trees, but my trusty beacon doesn't help me chop faster, so I'm basically stuck at snail speed. I spent way too many days to count just for the base pillars. The good news is that I'll at least get to see the finished floor. I kept the right orientation on the oak log so it would look as close to the model as possible. I sacrificed so many resources and it shows. The floor makes my base look tiny. It was not feasible to spend dozens of hours mining for all the stone I needed, so I had to build an automatic farm, and I had to get the best one unless I wanted to AFK for days on end. This is the most sophisticated and effective one I could find, and the problem is the quantum physics degree I need to understand the redstone part. I'm following the tutorial step by step because if I miss the smallest thing, it won't work. The TNT breaks the stone made by the lava, it's pretty simple. Flick the lever, press the button and it should start. I think I made a mistake. I had no idea what I did wrong, but I knew I had to start over. I don't know what to do if it breaks again. I deserve a medal. Some AFKing later I had all the stone in the world, but I can't say I was excited to build. I'll finish all the stone parts, which is like 4 times more than what I did until now. If you ever think your task is repetitive, remember how Iroh spent dozens of hours just raising massive, bland stone walls. My next build will definitely be more artsy for no other reason than to make it fun to work on. At one point I was so tired that I misplaced a wall and basically lost 2 hours replacing it. It's starting to look like a house. There's no achievement for it, but a few hours later I reached the clouds, which is insane. The house will be 152 blocks tall. Okay, we're getting closer. It was hard to even get a full view, but to make it complete I needed mountains of wood. If I just chopped everything I needed, it would take like 100 hours, so I couldn't finish without a wood farm, and this one wasn't nearly as simple as the stone. I had to go get a lot of the required items: honey, redstone and slime. I'm so lucky I have hives, this took very long to grow. The boatload of redstone I needed wasn't as easy. I keep finding veins of 2 and 3. Small. This is a curse, redstone brings bad luck. A lot of mining later I went to the smallest swamp ever to get the slime. These guys drop so many items, this is nice. With all the stuff I got to work. This one is way more complex, I'll do it very slowly. I was pausing the tutorial every 5 seconds to make sure it was identical. Look at me, I'm using piston technology. Now there's more. This TNT thrower includes a minecart and dead coral. It's perfect. I think. I hope. Flick the lever and... it works perfectly. I loaded all my bone meal in, so it better be enough. After it stopped I got like 8 shulker boxes, which is probably too little, but I just went with it. We'll first do the inside so it will look like an actual room. Now it was beginning to be more fun, especially with the windows. I did my best to make them look like giant logs. And at last I built the ceiling. It was a lot to do, but the thought of seeing a finished inside made it mildly enjoyable. It's a very empty place, but it looks amazing. I need to start working on the outside. After doing like a pillar and a half, I ran out of wood. Luckily, I don't have to build impossibly complicated bone meal farms. The best source is the Nether. Bones are OP. In 30 minutes I had a full shulker box. Back to AFKing and back to the project in no time. At this point I learned the laziest way to build, just hold crouch and place blocks because my middle finger was sore from the other day. This is a nice view, it's a cartoonishly big house, but it's bald, it needs a roof. You'd think that now I'm in the flow and I know what I'm doing, but no, I still forget what the plan is and put walls in all the wrong places. I did learn to build with slabs so I don't have to spawn proof everything afterwards. And after 50 hours of work, I ran out of wood again. I don't like to kill ghasts with a bow, the sword is closer, more personal. I promise this is the last time. For the next few hours I built like I never did before. I must admit I was excited to see this colossus finished and admire its greatness. I also should have spawn-proofed everything after I built it because now there's armies of mobs on random stone patches. I'm not even gonna use slabs, we gotta finish this today. I didn't build the stairs earlier and I don't know why. A few hours later the house was almost done with a finished roof and complete body. It looks like something you do in creative with commands. After so much tedious building, it was time for the most fun part, which was the decorations. I think I'll do 2 block windows. Okay, no, it looks horrible. Not bad. To showcase my artistic side, I designed the best looking giant torch in the world. It's probably the first one too. I couldn't think of a good looking giant door and for some reason there's a guy on YouTube who did just that, almost exactly the size I needed. At this point I need to torch every crevice or 3 creepers will eventually fall on my head. Yeah, the door looks amazing. But we can't forget about the last and best part of any house, the bed. For this one I had to summon my inner graphic designer and make the bedsheets white and the pillow grey. Unique, I know. It looks like home in here, I could even make it my new house. 63 hours of hard work for the weirdest build in the history of Minecraft. It looks photoshopped, it's a weird feeling, everything else looks tiny. I don't think anyone will ever attempt something like this, so it's a clear step towards the most impressive hardcore world. I die a lot in my hardcore world and that always reminds me there's a chance I'll lose almost 1,000 hours worth of work, which is why I went on a quest to get infinite golden apples and totems of undying to be as safe as possible. We have a tree farm which also makes apples. The problem is that it needs bone meal to work, so the first of the 3 farms we have to build is for skeletons. Let's find the skelly spawner. That was fast. I'm not mad, just disappointed. I wish I had a better plan than aimlessly running through caves until I find it. Is this it? Yes. I chose a spawner farm because it is very simple to build compared to the others. Now I see rain, now I don't. Now I see rain, now I don't. Infinite skeletons. And now for the finishing touches, we'll add a beacon so hunger doesn't kill me and I can AFK for as long as I want. I tested it for a while and it produces around 2500 bone meal per hour, which is more than enough. With infinite apples, I needed the gold farm to have as many golden apples as I wanted. This one is not as simple, we'll need an insane amount of iron and magma blocks. You know you're rich when you ignore diamonds. I'm just kidding, you can never have too many diamonds. I found the most iron-rich cave ever. There's 7 veins in here. We have iron and redstone for days. Let's do the blocks. We need 3 shulker boxes full of this stuff. Oops. My elytra skills just vanished. There is nothing more satisfying than killing a ghast with a sword. We have magma for weeks. After getting everything I needed for the farm, it was ridiculous. I have to get above the bedrock. This is not good. Game. Imagine losing the world to a wall. As these soon to become golden nuggets gentlemen demonstrate, the design works. I messed up. This gap is 1 block too high. Will it affect the results? No. Will I fix it anyway? You bet. What? The piglin rain could actually kill me. The biggest part of the farm is finished, and the piglin drops suck. There's like 1 every 20 seconds. We have to do some spawn proofing. Uh-oh. It's slabbed, I can get up. I have to find another way. Too late. And it's my last totem. We can't play with 1 life. I'm so sick of doing raids. I can't wait for the totem farm. I don't really need to fight the villagers. There's very few things that are more fun than watching an army of golems absolutely decimate a raid. 1 guy left. He's here. Somewhere. I can hear him. You can open doors? He's even running from me. The disrespect. That's the good stuff. Back to spawn proofing. The painful thing was the Nether has a million crevices and tunnels, and I'm sure there's a lot of hidden ones too, but I can't spend 7 hours on this. I finished most of it. How are the drops? Better, much better. Testing the item drop rates, I discovered another problem. Most of these are useless, and I don't want to have to get rid of all of them by hand. So we'll resort to Minecraft's darkest magic, redstone. Now the farm only collects golden nuggets and it leaves all the junk on top. After that I added the last details, including a beacon for the region, and it was time to see if it was worth it. Let's check AFKing at the bottom. The farm makes 250 gold ingots per hour, which is just 31 golden apples per hour. This is disappointing, but there was 1 test left. I'll AFK at the top. That's me staring at the beacon. I don't know what you expected. Drumroll please. 1,100 gold ingots or 137 golden apples per hour. Now that's impressive. There's just more pigs that spawn when I sit above the farm. I can have as many as I want. Whenever I'm hurt, I can get regeneration and 2 bonus hearts. It was time to move on to farm number 3, the Totem one. We'll need some extra slime and blue concrete. That also means I get to test my new power. Look at my hearts go up! We have slime for months. Now you might ask, why blue concrete? It's pretty, no other reason. Also, you make it by placing concrete powder underwater. That's very creative. We have everything we need, let's get it done. I had to travel 3000 blocks to the closest outpost. These things are super rare. To start the raids, we need a villager on this bed. Now if only I could find a village. Hello there, I know you want to. Or not. It's like they're running away from it. Forget about building for hours, this is the hardest challenge. Gotcha. This will be the ride of your life. I have to get him up there. Rails will do. Can I just push him? Oh, no need for redstone then. Welcome to your new and fulfilling life. Now let's do some actual building. Behold, the cake item catcher design. Who came up with this? Even if this farm wasn't as big as the gold one, it makes up for it in complexity. There's so much more redstone. I know I said we had everything, but we're missing 4 lava. We can just hope we stumble into some. There's a cave in the village, and it just exits the other way. I've never been so happy to see a burning tree. And with this, the farm is done. The question is, does it work? I really wish there would be an easier way to do this. Okay, we have it. Not even I am sure how it works. I have to sit here and it drops me down for the raid to start. I love water elevators. The raid bar disappeared, but they're all here. I can't complain. And you can see the lava in action. The collection system works too. We officially have infinite totems, so I can die as many times as I want. I built the ultimate chest room in hardcore Minecraft, which is more of a gigantic chest mansion, but that's even cooler. Right now, the place where I store my items, which is also my house, is a small box. It's ugly and the chests barely fit. It has to change. I've been living here since I made the first video on this channel a year ago, but it needs an upgrade, so I have to destroy it. We have to think of a new design for the house. A huge snow mansion sounds really good. The plan was to collect all the materials and then do the building. I was first gonna go to the mountains for snow and ice, then to the nether for decorations and blue wood. That's a big one. You're probably wondering, Iro, wouldn't your house melt? No, because Minecraft snow and ice are resistant to torches, fire and even lava. It's snowing. It puts me in a good mood. I was getting so many blocks that I had to go back to base to get more diamond pickaxes and shovels, and even that wasn't enough and I had to go fix the pickaxes and shovels. I love how the mountain is now bald. We have a gazillion snow and ice. I think that's enough. To the nether we go. We're gonna get 4 of the best decorations. The first one is the twisting vine that I can place on any block. It doesn't have to be grass or fungi. Other vines don't do that. The most annoying mob ever. If I don't get rid of them, they'll shoot me until I do. They're learning. It's hiding in lava. You'll have to come out eventually. Like this. The second and third are the warped block and the shroom light because they look really nice. They're really hard to break. We might have to do the unthinkable, upgrade our hoe. I'll need some more ancient debris, and the best way to mine for it is TNT. A lucky first try. 2 more and we're set. How many? Oh, exactly 2. Serious dedication. We'll slap an efficiency enchantment for good measure, and this is 10 times faster. Lastly, we'll get warped wood. Nether trees are immune to lava and fire. This is the fastest I can work. I already have the best axe in the game. After spending a few more hours getting the last things I needed, it was time to build. I'll make the mansion as big as it can possibly be without bumping into other stuff. Yeah, that's pretty big. We are gonna make the ceiling a gargantuan 10 blocks tall. You'll see there's a lot more things you can do with a tall room. It looks like a giant white box, but it will get better. I have to say, I love the extra space. You can't have a mansion with just 1 floor, so we're gonna add 2 more, each one getting smaller. After 3 more hours of just placing snow, the basic outline was finished. It looks like one of those multi-layered birthday cakes. We can now work on the details. I was gonna build the outside first with the roofs and windows, then move on to the chest placing and interior. Let's make some stairs. Some big fancy torches, and some high-tech doors. If I press any of these buttons, both doors open. I'm now a certified redstone engineer. Because it's a mansion, it will have like a billion windows, so I wanna make them look fabulous. I'd say that's fabulous enough. Now repeat the process 19 times. And it's even better. Here's why I wanted tall ceilings, to make holes I can fly through without worrying about monsters getting in. I can go in and out as much as I want, just like a free bird. The roof was easier. I made it 5 blocks tall with windows that are way less fancy. But right after I thought it would be a straightforward build, I saw it. I did not count for the height of the 3 roofs. I have to break the top floors and rebuild them at the right height. If you ever wondered why planning is important, this is it. I could have saved 4 hours of redoing stuff by spending 5 extra minutes counting the blocks. Now this is how a well-designed mansion looks like. From that point, there was a ton of work to make the other floors just like the first, with the same windows, roofs, and even the halls. I could fly to whichever floor I wanted whenever I wanted. It looks amazing, perfectly symmetrical and 45 blocks tall. I can barely see the tip. The mansion might be very big, but it's also very empty. The last thing we have to do is the inside. We want to be able to go from floor to floor, and we'll do that through halls. It's very dumb, but it works. Two changes we have to make are the portal room and the trading hall. Whenever I want to go to the Nether, I have to walk down lots of stairs into an ugly room. We can do better. We'll rebuild it with a mansion theme in mind: snow, ice, blue wood and shroom lights. And to get in and out, we'll use water. With kelp I can make it flow up, and all I have to do is wait for it to reach the top. When I wanna get in the room, I just fall. Doesn't get easier than this. The trading hall stairs take way too much space, so we'll do something similar. This is perfect. It also takes way less space. Just in case I'll ever not have my elytra and won't be able to fly, I need to make some stairs. And by some I mean a lot, because I'll build a pair for symmetry. If I ever want to feel poor, I can just take the stairs. They do look really good. I was hoping this moment would never come. We need to bring the items from the old chest room into the mansion. So the most tedious part of the project began. I also had to organize everything because I've been putting stuff at random in my chests for forever. And I forgot to mention the things that were far away from my house because I was too lazy to move them at the time. After 7 hours, I managed to bring everything I had in the middle. I can finally destroy this old chest room. It's like it wasn't even there. This is how 700 hours of hardcore Minecraft looks like. An insane amount of items of all kinds. Now that we know how much stuff we have, we can finish the project. I'll put most of the items in the 4 corners of the first floor. The chest will have to sit on ice because I didn't use any of it. This is what I like to see, a well-made chest system. Next I filled the second and third floor with items I wouldn't need in the near future, like potions and hundreds of enchantments and horse armor. I'll break all the chests I'm not using to see what our storage actually looks like. The room is massive. The colors and symmetry are both impressive, and the nice thing is we have plenty of unused space for future projects. We can't forget about the attics. I'll turn this one into a furnace room and the second into a brewing station. I like how, because there's 200 villagers underground, cats just randomly spawn. My mansion is like an infinite pet generator. That's the smelting room finished. And we'll do the same thing to the second roof, but we'll use brewing stations. I have no idea what to do with the third one, so you can leave your suggestions in the comments. And after a few more details, the mansion was officially finished. 3 floors, 3 attics, plenty of leftover space for future projects, and the home I've always wanted. I built the most expensive island in hardcore Minecraft, and I had to mine through hundreds of thousands of blocks, loot dozens of end cities, lots of bastions, and so much more. All to get large amounts of the 3 rarest blocks for the island. First we need diamonds, so we're going to mine. Everybody knows not to dig straight down, but I have the best items, so why not? Going down is simple, going up is difficult. The first vein. And it's a big one, 13 diamonds. Okay, nice. Not nice. One again? I'm in denial. I kept mining for 30 more minutes and checked the loot. In 1 hour we got 45 diamonds. And we need 1,000. And diamonds are the easiest material to get. This will be way harder than I thought. I mined for 1 more hour to see if I just had bad luck. I was wondering when this was gonna happen. I'm fine. Come on, buddy, attack! This zombie is broken. Weird. In the second hour of mining, I got 47 diamonds. We just need to do this for 22 more hours. But before I accepted my cruel fate, I came up with an idea. There's lots of caves and ravines on ocean bottoms, so it is probably faster. Okay, mysterious body of water, give me diamonds. We're going deep, and this is free oxygen. I like what I see, an 8th vein, and not even 2 minutes later I found another one. And then it happened again. I had no idea ocean floors had this many diamonds. We found our first cave. Is it big? Yes, 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 and yes. It was not just any kind of giant cave, it was a deep slate giant cave, the deepest kind. There are veins everywhere. Our one of ocean mining gave us 96 diamonds, double the previous method. This is great, let's see if our 2 is as good. It started off strong. We're finding veins after veins, but after that our luck just disappeared. This is not a friendly cave. I need to run. Defend me, lava river. You're actually doing a great job. We've been exploring for forever and we found nothing. Eventually I was 27 minutes in with only 11 gathered. I think we'll end on like 30 diamonds. Then our luck just came back. On top of each other, this is new. I think this tunnel just saved the run. And we ended our 2 with 101 diamonds, a new record, but little did I know the next one was going to be even better. This is 2 veins in 2 minutes, 3 veins in 3 minutes, thank you mysterious body of water. And it happened again with 4 in 4 minutes, but the next cave impressed me by far the most. It was one of the biggest deep slate caves I've ever seen. It's minute 36 and we're at 114, this is already a record. Our 3 ended with 188 diamonds and skyrocketed our total to 477. I would keep mining, but we still have a lot on our to-do list, so I'll try a method that might work even faster. Chests from end cities have the best loot, so that was my next plan. The first city. Now I remember why I don't like the end. Shulkers are designed to be annoying. Sometimes you can actually be helpful. Now we're talking. City number 2. If we get good chests this often, I made the right choice. Okay, good. I can't avoid this, we're wasting a lot of time. I kept looting and failing to dodge shulker attacks until I ended our 1 on 86 diamonds. It was less than before, but I was convinced I could get more with practice. Nothing. There's so many. And we're out. Impressive, 13 in 1 chest. With slightly better skills I ended our 2 with 106 diamonds, which is the same as ocean mining, but our 3 was gonna be a lot better. Now I know exactly where the chests are. The ship, the 3-layer things and the extra thick pillars. I'm coming straight through the walls so the shulkers don't even get to look at me. I'm taking these. Not sure what I'll do with them, but they're mine. Hour 3 ended with a whopping 145 diamonds. We're almost there. 30 more cities and we can begin doing the really hard stuff. Hour 4 was more looting, more flying and more creepy dragon head collecting. My elytra is low. I could fix it with Enderman XP or Shulker XP. Easiest choice I've ever made. Hour 4 ended with a record-breaking 163 diamonds. Then it took 5 more minutes to get to 1000. I also put those heads to good use. I love it. This is 111 diamond blocks, more than any Minecraft player would ever need. The second thing was 360 ancient debris for netherite blocks. The fastest way to do this is with TNT in the nether, so we'll need lots of it. It wasn't hard at all. I had gunpowder at my FK creeper farm and dug some sand. Let's blow up the nether. We'll place them 4 blocks apart. Lucky first detonation? Not really. Lucky second detonation? Nope. Lucky third? Oh yeah. Not this way. Lava. Lava above me. I'm so bad at this. I'm fine. What a surprise. Hour 1 ended with 25 ancient debris. This is less than 1 netherite block. If we don't go faster, this is gonna take a whole day. Real life day. The tunnels are big enough for mobs to spawn. There's a problem we didn't need. You know what? Let's blow up the lava lakes too. Here we go again. Maybe I can drink a fire resistance? Never mind. By not being picky with the tunnels, I ended hour 2 with 59 debris. This is an upgrade and I have a genius idea that will make it even better. Use more TNT. More boom is more better. And it's safe to say the bad luck was gone. The first line had 2 veins and the second and third had 3. I can already see the island being built. Also, using that much TNT wasn't 100% safe. Oh, come on. Hour 3 ended with 76 debris. This is going better and better. Big lava lake. These are very annoying. Again and again. While it wasn't perfect, everything was going decently well. You can fly in lava? I'm dying, but this is cool. Hour 4 ended with 73 debris, which was almost the same as last time. I've done some research and lava lakes don't spawn near the bottom of the world, so if we blow up stuff deeper, it should go smoother. That's a lot more bedrock, but no big lakes. Not this time. Or this time. That's acceptable. All the problems have been fixed and we were hitting jackpot after jackpot after jackpot. We finished hour 5 with a record-breaking 103 debris and played for 15 more minutes to get to 360. This is enough for just 10 netherite blocks and it was harder to get than 1000 diamonds. This stuff is rare. The third thing I needed was gold, lots of it, 10,000 blocks and it was gonna be a nightmare. Ocean mining worked well before, so we'll try it first. What do we have here? This is an 8. I was finding a vein every minute or so. Gold is a lot more common than I expected. And of course, I found impressive underwater caves. I want it. But do we have enough? We need to focus on the gold. Another cave already? It's not as safe. Why is there so many of you? I have an idea. It looked as cool as I thought it would. This vein is impressive, but we're here for the gold. We must stay focused. I'll just break one. I won't even take it. In 1 hour we got 482 gold, which is 53 gold blocks, which is basically nothing. With that speed I would literally have to spend 3 real-life weeks to get to 10,000. This is clearly not it, so we'll try a more dangerous way. Bastions can have immense amounts of gold blocks, so that was my next plan. Okay, creepy castle, give me gold. I need to deal with the mobs before anything else. They're everywhere. Okay, that's a lot of you. I could die in here. Tactical retreat. That's a lot of damage. Why did they make these things so strong? Now we're safe. I studied bastions to get gold as fast as I could. It's often underneath the polished black stone. 13 blocks, it could be better. Bastion number 2. There's like 40 pigs. I'll need a bow. This is way easier. Plus 15, it's okay. After looting and dealing with the obviously overpowered brutes for an hour, I had 79 blocks. At this pace, we'll never build the island. This was a giant fail, which means there's one option left: AFK farms. And I already had one from a previous challenge. The mob spawn on the platforms are automatically killed by me and the gold is automatically collected. Let's see how efficient it is. After 1 hour of use and an eternity of crafting with nuggets, we got 204 blocks. We can get 10,000 in 50 hours, which is still a long time. I had to make the farm work faster and I also had an idea. There's only so many mobs that can spawn around the player. All I had to do is spawn-proof all the blocks that are close to my killing area, so pigs can only appear on my platforms. Slabs of any kind are completely spawn-proof. Some places are already covered, but we missed a lot of spots. I tried to use torches before, but they don't work at all. That's all of it. Fingers crossed. An hour later we got 345 blocks, almost doubling the rate. I'm satisfied. Now I'll build a few more chests. And I'll let the farm run overnight because I really need some sleep. It's morning now and it's been half a day. Time to check the loot. In 12 hours the farm made 637 gold blocks. There should be at least 3,000. What happened? No mob spawned under the farm. I had no idea what the problem was, so I had to put on my thinking cap. I'll use it until I see what's wrong. After 1 hour we got 299. I don't see any issues. We have to try it again. 294. Again. 273. This doesn't make any sense. I got more blocks in 3 hours than in 12. I think I should just build a much bigger, much more expensive farm and just be done with it. But before that, I watched the recordings and I had a revelation. The thousands of items that are not gold cause the game to lag and the farm gets slower with time. How did I not think of that? The fix was very simple. I'll build a sorting system that burns all the items we don't want. It's bigger than the old one, but it's made from common items that I already have. Now everything falls through cobwebs and slides on the ice with the junk going straight into a lava pool. We'll do the 1-hour test first. Our new and improved farm made 511 gold blocks in 60 minutes. It's better, but this next test will make or break our island. Can I let it run for 5 hours straight without it slowing down? I'll go to sleep and we'll see it in the morning. I woke up 7 hours later, crafted the blocks, and I was shocked. 3170. It works. I'll use it for 9 more hours and will finally be able to build the most expensive island. The session ended with 4,383 blocks and we hit the 10,000 mark. More than 3 large chests filled with gold blocks. Now this is impressive. I also got some emeralds, which was super easy because I have a 200 villager trading hall. We are ready. I want the island shape to resemble an arrow. It's easier to build and break stuff with stone. I was gonna plate it with gold at the end. I remade it 4 times. Now that's a good looking rock. It's time to build the biggest part, the terrain. I said biggest, but compared to everything I've done to get there, it was nothing. I made hills, dips, a steep mountain and dealt with annoying mob spawns. There's nothing more satisfying than plating stone with thousands and thousands of gold blocks. The rest of the materials are for some palm trees and a house. Here I'll use my netherite blocks. That sounds expensive. There's no golden door, so we'll settle for this. There it is. 100 diamond blocks, 10 netherite blocks and 10,000 gold blocks plus some emeralds. Believe it or not, there's a project that took twice as long as this one, 100 of every potion, so if you enjoyed the video, you can go watch another one. I wanna capture the warden and 100 charged creepers, the 2 most dangerous mobs, to build the most dangerous island. Also, I'm playing in hardcore. If I die, I have to restart the challenge in a new world without any of my weapons, armor and food. Before we can do anything, we have to find an ancient city because it's the only way to get a warden. I've been playing in this world for over 1,000 hours and I haven't even seen a city. We have a lot of searching to do, like a lot. I'll just dig in a line and hope that it works. The bad news is I didn't find it. The good news is I discovered like 100 caves and didn't search them yet. Is that Skulk? Yes. I'm happy we found it, but also terrified that we now have to face the warden. We need to see what he's capable of to trap him. I can do this, I'm not gonna die. So I make a sound, that thing makes a sound, I go almost completely blind, and the warden appears. Or not? Maybe the second time. Okay, this is it. Are you gonna attack me? It needs to hear me first. Oh, he's mad. I actually run faster. I don't need to fly away. Whoa. That was his ranged attack. It hurts. It really hurts. Ooh, sneak 100. Maybe I can lure him all the way to the island spot while I'll heal from his damage. Let's try it. Come on, buddy. Round 2. First hit. Why does he shoot so fast? Oh my god, 2 hearts. Go up. I'm dead. That was so close. What is that range? Still? Run. I can't see anything. I think we lost them. I'm shaking. I gotta chill. He attacks every 3 seconds, he has a 20 block range, and he can shoot through walls. Chases are not an option. We have to trap him without getting attacked. We should choose a spot. I want him on top of the island in that cage, and the city is around here. I just watched a guy use a water elevator to do the same thing. We will also need a giant water slide to transport him to the cage. This is gonna be hours of building, but you only get to watch the catchy montage. This water will push him into the elevator. We only need to get a warden to step in it. I'll make some noise. Are you spawning? Great. I think he can hear items. Is it working? I can see the particles. In the water, and that's it. And he's not here. He's stuck somehow. I don't think he's getting out. Never mind, we got him. Never mind that, he's in the ocean now. He's killing horses now. I'll build some pillars, maybe that will help. Let's hope it works better. I just need you to fall 1 block. We got him. We have a warden. No way. How? Why? Bro evaporated right in front of me. I could have prevented that by just using a name tag. Lesson learned. Get up, and please don't get stuck. Well, this is new. It's a lost cause, let's trap another. I've gotten pretty good at this. Fail. Fail. He's like 10 centimeters off. They'll despawn, eventually. 8th time's the charm. Yes, okay. We got a name tag. Now he won't disappear. Enjoy the ride, buddy. It's a long one. Before we can build the island and get the creepers, I have to destroy the slide and finish the cage. I did not think this through at all. Can I walk on wool? It doesn't matter, placing blocks makes noise. Think, Iroh, think. This will let me tank a few more shots. I just wanna know you're not getting out. That's enough. This is kinda working, maybe. He can't reach me anymore, we're good. To be in the dangerous theme, I'll make the island volcanic. The big circle is the flat part and the small one will be the volcano, with the warden on top so he doesn't kill everything that moves. That also means we can use the deep slate we broke at the start. I did not think this through either. And there's a lot left to build. Turtle Master Potions won't cut it. We might have to send the warden away from the build to be able to finish it. Apparently, bells can distract wardens, so we'll try that first. I'll take this. Wait, you can trade for these things. I'm dumb. 36 for 1? What a ripoff. The bell goes here. Oh, there we go. We can see the particles, so it's probably working. He's actually ignoring me. Okay, so it doesn't work forever. We'll build a few more and try to finish. I think this is enough. I'm building while being blinded, deafened by rain and bells, and attacked by a warden. This is a very unique experience. We can finish the island and capture the creepers. It's a big black rock. It does need some color. We'll get moss for the plants, terracotta for lava, we're not using real lava because it kills people, obsidian and stone. That's way better. To gather charged creepers we need a trident with channeling and loyalty and a lot of name tags so they don't vanish. This took 1 hour. It was faster than I expected. To enchant this thing I need some extra librarians. And my trading hall is full. Problem solved. You guys are very cooperative. It's not like you have a choice, but still. Now we have to break lecterns 400 times for the enchantments. I already have an impressive trident, so you're gonna be impressive lightning trident. For the 150 or so name tags I have to get all of the librarians to the rank of master. We'll have to spend a lot of emeralds. To get them I can trade melons. Tons of melons. I'll be honest, this is probably not enough. Unless we get some discounts. It looks like a zombie accidentally fell into my trading hall, and it looks like I'm accidentally breaking the spaces in between the villagers, oh no. How did this happen? I have no idea. It looks like I'll have to step in and save ya. 90% off almost everything, you guys are too nice. Now we can go after the creepers. We'll name the ones that are already here. That's one. Bro, what? Why did he explode? I don't know why that happens. This might be harder than I thought. In one night we got 13. We can do better next time. Next time is now and I just realized I have no idea which ones already have names. There has to be a faster way. Why not use a water slide like when capturing the warden? So the shortest way I can connect it is to here. It will be, say it with me, a lot of building. Let's capture some creepers. First try. That was a fail. Second try. Nice. Just fall in, please. Success. And there's no way he gets out. We just have to repeat that like 130 times. This cave is incredible, right next to the slide. During the day I can get them from here. Phantoms are so annoying. I lost like 4 creepers because of them. I would feel sorry for you, but I hate you and I hope you die a painful death. 4 hours later, we have like 141. All there's left to do is to charge them. As long as they're not forced to wait a long time for the storm, it's gonna be easy. I've been staring at my monitor for 7 hours. Finally. We have to charge 100 until the storm goes out, or we'll have to wait another 7. I love that sound. No, don't die. Not these guys. No, 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 oh my god, I hate Phantom so much. Two in a row. 3 in a row. 4. 5. 6. I am too good at this. 7. 8. 9. Not 10 though. That was it. That was the storm. Let's count the mobs. We officially have 103 charged creepers. The most dangerous island is finished. I would remove the bells, but they give it personality. I'm about to try to destroy the entire end island in hardcore Minecraft. That means tens of thousands of obsidian, which is the hardest block to break, millions and millions of endstone, and even bedrock, which is technically unbreakable, but maybe not. I'll start with this obsidian pillar and hopefully it won't take forever. I've been breaking obsidian for 2 hours and it's not done, not even close. Most of the pillar is intact because most of the pillar is in the ground. This is way too slow. To work faster we need a beacon, for which we need emeralds, which we can trade for melons. We'll need lots of them though, like thousands. That's enough. Trading time. That was actually half of what I needed, so... perfect. Now I have haste 2, which will make me break stuff faster. Let's see how much faster. It was an accident, bro. Chill, chill. You're so sensitive. Get off my platform, all of you. Two more hours of breaking and it's still not finished. The beacon helps, but it's not enough. I can't think of a solution right now, so I'll just do this one. It took me 6 hours to break one pillar, and there's 9 left. My only hope is that these are small enough to be easy to destroy. Let's do the second one. Ambush! Where? Anyway... 3 hours and 40 minutes for this one. The remaining 8 would take like 20 more hours. There must be a faster way. What if I tried a lot of TNT? I'm gonna need some sand and gunpowder. Obsidian can't be completely immune to TNT, right? Guys, this is really not the time. Not a single scratch. I heard the wither can break it. Yes, hit me. Nothing, 0 damage. You're useless. Be gone. I think this is it. The only way to destroy the pillars is to break them like a man, with my bare hands and my pickaxe, for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I said I would destroy the island, so you gotta do what you gotta do. The last obsidian block. We got him. 32 hours later, there's no more pillars. Every time I close my eyes, all I see is that texture. Now we might have a bigger problem, the 2 million endstone. Let's try the bare hands and pickaxe method first. 1 hour later we only broke a fraction. It would take 5 straight days to do it all. Luckily, I can blow up endstone, so we can try using TNT. I'll get some powder at the creeper farm and destroy another beach for the sand. I have 320, I'm not sure if it's a lot or not at all. Here we go! I'm getting real tired of you. Looking at the before and after, it's not impressive. Let's do 1000 TNT. I'm about to have fun. I'll spread them so they don't go to waste. There we go. That's mine, dude. Thank you. Really? Like, seriously? With the last few, I'll make a giant cube. That's a good crater. The Enderman did not like it. Even if it's easier with TNT, I still have to detonate like 300,000, so this method won't work. But I might know a better one. Behold! The TNT duper. It drops infinite TNT and I built it too close to the ground. This one won't blow itself up. Let's see how much damage it does. Okay, so it went all the way through and destroyed a few thousand endstone. This is the best method so far. We need a lot more dupers, so we need more coral, a lot more redstone and a whole lot more slime. I'll look for a warm ocean. And then the coral's super easy, even relaxing. I sadly have to kill it to make it useful. Next up is any cave. Redstone acquired. The last thing is slime. So this is a slime chunk in my base, and if I dig deep enough, There should be slime spawning here. I'll go far away, and when I come back... Bruh. Nothing, no slime. I'll do it again, nothing again. I think it's because of other mobs spawning around my chunk, so... It might work now. Far away... 1. It's better than nothing. At this rate we'll never get the dupers, so I'll expand the chunk. By a lot. There is no way it doesn't spawn slime. I can hear them. 1, 2, 3. Does this little guy count? That's it? The farm is still trash. Now that I think about it, it's near my sheep and my 200 villagers. I should have built it in the ocean where almost nothing spawns. This one's good. Here we go again. This has to be better. Good spawn rates, finally. We have some dupers to build. I'll leave an 8-block gap between them. "17 dupers, armed and ready. It's time for destruction." The destruction is over and I have to get the materials back without them falling in the void. Thinking back, this was not a good idea. I would need like 400 dupers to finish. I'm stuck. And I haven't even gotten to the bedrock. Okay, so I found a video about an extremely powerful machine that can destroy millions of blocks. It's built from the same stuff we got before, except more slime. Let's do it. I have to outline the destruction area. And as you can see, it's the entire end island. I'll try to follow the building tutorial as closely as possible. Wish me luck! If I break this block and it works, I've basically completed the challenge. Nice! No, not nice. One TNT isn't working. Stop? How do we fix it? It's missing a minecart and a fence. I made it worse. Put the TNT back and push the rest with a piston. It's fixed. How do I restart it? Redstone? No. The tutorial didn't teach me this. I think I might need to rebuild it. I did it. I don't know how, but I did it. It will destroy the endstone all by itself. Come on, of course it's broken. It's going the wrong way. It's going away from the island. I built it in the wrong corner. I screwed up the easiest part. Here we go again. The moment of truth. It's going. And it's going the right way. Perfect. I'll AFK for a while and let the machine do its magic. I came back to see this. That's great destruction, but why did it stop? Bedrock left over from the pillars. We gotta get rid of it. There's a weird way to do it with explosions, so the machine is as good as broken. The bedrock setup looks like this. Flick the lever, get under, hold the corner. Okay, didn't work. Again. I'm not sure this works in my version of Minecraft. I did it, I broke bedrock. I have to repeat this for 9 more blocks. Nothing can stop my machine now. I gotta build it for the 3rd time. I forgot the fence again. This time I know how to restart it. I'll AFK and hopefully when I come back the end island will be almost completely destroyed. Alright, there's a few left that I can handle. Don't look up, don't look up, don't look up, don't look up. 78 hours later, both the obsidian and endstone are gone. There's only the portal left. We can use the same method on this bedrock. For the blocks below the portal, it's a lot weirder, but there's no way I'll back out now. All the island bedrock is gone. I'll do some cleanup. And the end island is completely destroyed. If you wanna see more videos like this, I built the most expensive island with 10,000 gold, 1,000 diamonds and 10 netherite. I built the biggest trading hall ever, a massive tower with 500 villagers. This would be hard to do in creative mode, but I did it in hardcore. I had to get the 35,000 blocks from gravel to gold and even diamonds. I actually can't build it in my base because 500 mobs would lag the game, so I'll find another spot. This very random forest is perfect. I want the hall to be like a medieval tower thingy, so we need to outline the base. Now choosing the design, I wanted to have 10 floors with 50 villagers on each one. I'll use some dirt to make the shape of the tower and see exactly what we're building. It's big, it's massive, partially because I wanted 6 block tall ceilings, but if it's gonna be the biggest hall ever, it might as well be the tallest. I want every floor to have its own color, same color walls and decorations. But how could we accomplish this ambitious vision? Wool comes in all colors, but they're patchy and washed out and just ugly. But what are these shiny things? This is concrete and it is very smooth, just perfect. To craft it, we'll need a lot of sand, gravel and dye. To get just the sand, I'll need 6 fully enchanted shovels. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. This beach is big enough. I'll be here grinding for like 2 hours, but you get to see the catchy montage. Six boxes, nice. The second ingredient is gravel, which is very annoying to get. I'll go in a cave. And there's no gravel beaches, we can only find it in these tiny pockets. A skeleton casually wearing full diamond armor. One more ingredient and we can start building. I need 10 dyes for the 10 colors and I'll get them from the easiest to the hardest. White is made from bone meal that I got from skeletons that are basically everywhere. Blue is made from lapis, which is also everywhere. For pink I just bone meal this. No, it's that easy. Red is just as easy. Light blue is blue plus white. Purple is blue plus red, and now we're getting to the hard stuff, with green. I need cactus to craft it, so I'm going to a desert. I found a badlands and that's close enough. I can either get lucky with these giant ones or find microscopic ones hundreds of blocks apart. Now I'll cook these guys. And green is off the list. For lime we need sipicles. We gotta visit a coral reef. That is the smallest, most pathetic reef I've ever seen. Would you look at that, the massive Giga Chad reef. Oh, we're getting those pickles. Letting them cook and lime's done. For the last two, before I can start building, we'll get flowers. We'll be hunting for dandelions. We are done. Yellow and orange are mine and we're crafting the concrete. You're gonna say, nice, I reckon I'll build his impressive tower. No. Just no. This is actually concrete powder, and to turn it into concrete, I have to place it in water, then break it. Which means I have to break all the blocks from before, but it's harder. 4 hours of work, here I come. This is 15,000 blocks. It took a while, but we got them. It's finally happening. We're actually building it. Not to praise my work too much, but it's looking good. It is still far from ready, and the next step is the walls. And I want to build them with glass that's the same color as the floors. And for that we need a lot of sand. Again, same beach, same story. To turn it to glass, we gotta cook it with a lot of fuel. I can go get some lava. Strider's doing what Striders do. We have like 60 furnaces to fill. I gotta get some more dyes for the painted glass. That means green and yellow. Back to the Badlands. And back to picking flowers. Now we shall continue building our tower. I'll make the doors with obsidian because I spent 30 hours destroying the end pillars and I have to use it on something. It's looking impressive, and it is completely empty. Before I bring in the 500 villagers, I'll decorate every floor so they don't look like prison cells. Starting from the bottom up, we have yellow. I'm thinking gold and raw gold blocks. I'll use my gold farm for a while. The harder part is crafting the blocks from tens of thousands of nuggets. Ironically, the raw gold is way more difficult to get, because we have to explore a cave. Alright, first vein. The spider is assassinating the skeleton. The most unexpected betrayal. This is not bad, but you guys told me in the comments that Badlands has a lot more gold, so let's test that. We are looking for a hole in the ground. First vein already? And even a second one. I just stepped in a cave and there's two. There's so many. And they're a few blocks apart. You are right, Badlands is truly magical. Good enough. I can easily get some yellow wool. I'll just paint the boys. I'll also get a bunch of random stuff from my chests and we're ready to decorate. Don't worry, I'll do the base too. I used cobweb. It'll be so funny when they get stuck. The villagers will love it. There's 9 more floors. Yep, this project is gigantic. Truly gigantic. What's white that I can get a lot of? Snow. There's tons of it here. Can I eat goat meat? Disappointing. That's the snow. Another thing that's white is iron. I could make an iron farm, but I want to be busy today, so we'll do it the hard way. Hello there, cave. Now we cook it, and bam, we got it. You guys are going back to white because I need white beds, because villagers love beds. I also want to make every floor more luxurious than the one below it. I know, every day my build gets more and more ambitious. Now here's how I'll upgrade white. We get clay, we cook the clay, get this, and ta-da! It's a flower pot, and it looks good. I'll pick a few more cause the room's big. And we're ready for the decorations. Does this look better than yellow? That was a trap question and the answer is yes. Next up is red, and do you know what's red and stony? If you didn't guess redstone, I'm very disappointed in you. To the caves. I think I mined all the redstone from here. Like, all of it. Yeah, the caves around my base are empty. I gotta go far away to new lands. And by new lands, I mean this ancient city I found a while ago. These treasures are untouched. That's good. You guys will get a paint job. How will I make this floor better than the others? More flowers. Like, way more flowers. Let me find a forest. And there's like 6 types I didn't use before. We have red tulips and orange tulips and whatever this is. This is a lot, but we're not done yet. There's a rare kind that's not here. It's the blue orchid and it can only grow in swamps. I am really going above and beyond for this trading hall. It will be the most epic thing I've ever built. We are ready. We're using all kinds of flowers now. Teal, orange, purple. Red's done with extra colors. For blue we can first get some lapis. I'm just hoping the caves aren't empty. There's some left. I think it'll do. A disc. I don't need it or like it, but I'll take it. The bluest block ever. You're all getting a haircut. Again. How is blue gonna be more luxurious than red? One word. Workstations. Lecterns and brewing stands and the composters. The villagers are gonna have a variety of jobs. Let's build. This is already so much better than the first one, and their 6 more will make even better. I know what I'll use for purple. It's found in the caves, not a big surprise. This thing sings when you walk on it. We're using it. We got plenty. Sheep are getting their scheduled haircut. How can I make purple better than all the others? Cake. Everyone loves cake. I could work really hard to get the eggs and the sugar and wheat, or I can buy them for 1 emerald from villagers. It's not even discounted, it's just very cheap. Let the decorating begin. I don't really know where to put the cakes, so I guess on the barrels, like that works. Looks better than ever. We are halfway there. 5 more and we can bring in the 500 villagers and finish the tower. For light blue, I'll use diamond blocks. Nothing screams luxurious quite like diamonds. And I'm back underground. That's vein 1. 1 block, okay. Vein 2. 2 blocks, that's kinda small. This is gonna take forever. I gotta try the ocean caves. Now this is a diamond vein. Another huge one. You just find more diamonds underwater. It's weird. $199 diamonds for decorations. This is insane. You know the deal. I paint you, I shear you, and after that you can keep doing nothing. Let's see how it looks like. Very fancy, but not as fancy as after I'm done. My villagers are gonna feel rich. The 7th floor is green. Moss would look pretty good. All the roads lead back to the caves, because there's moss here. If I bone meal it, blocks around it turn to moss. Forget about dragons and enchantments. This is the real magic. Shearing, crafting beds. Now how do I make green better than the others? An indoor pool. The villagers can even wash themselves. Now this is luxury. With this, there's 3 floors left. We are almost done. For pink we can get terracotta. To everyone's surprise, I'm not going into the caves, but to the Badlands. I gotta spot the pink ones. Light gray. This is just regular. Red. Does pink terracotta not exist? Was it just a dream? I'm dumb. I'm supposed to craft it with pink dye. I just need the normal ones. And now we paint it, and then cook it, and now it looks great. I must not forget the wool. How do I make pink better? Well... a pool and a waterfall. Double the water is double the fun. Nice. For lime you can't go wrong with lime terracotta. This time I know the recipe. Lime terracotta is apparently green, but the furnaces can fix that. After this I only need to visit you once, so we'll soon be stress-free. How will I make this floor better? Am I gonna use water? Yes I am. 3 waterfalls plus a pool. Quadruple the water is quadruple the fun. 1 floor left, and it's gonna be the most impressive one ever. Acacia wood looks very orange, so we need it. Orange terracotta is orange, so we need it. It has a lot of light blue for some reason. We can't forget about cake. And if the villagers on the lower floors have a variety of jobs, the ones on the top floor will have all the jobs. Last haircut you're gonna get. We're doing it. We're finishing the tower. I'll put something on the ceilings too, cause they're very flat. Here we are, the floor is finished. With a bigger than ever pool, the tower is complete. We're only missing the 500 villagers. After that, we'll have the biggest trading hall ever. We're gonna need a village. This is the closest one, a few hundred blocks away. I could have built a tower next to it from the start, but we're here now, so it doesn't matter. I'll make sure we have 20 villagers so we can bring 2 on each floor so they can start having babies. There's 4 trapped with a horse, so I guess we begin here. Let's bring the others. Come on buddy, go that way. I see you like your farm a little too much. You'll thank me after you're living a life of luxury. He thinks he's safe inside his house. But there's a trap waiting outside. Gotcha. I order you to have a big, happy family. Now I just feed them until there's 20. The village protector casually stomping on their heads. 20 dudes are ready to go. The tower is 400 blocks away, so my only option is a minecart on rails. And rails are exactly what I don't have a lot of. I think I know where to get more. Badlands basically have infinite rails. It makes sense cause there's a lot of gold here. I'll build what's basically a giant carnival ride. Allow me to get you out of this filthy village. It's slowing down. I should have used activated rails along the entire thing. I guess I'll have to push for another 300 blocks. The first resident in our tower, congratulations! Now let's spread this out. Let's see if it works. Trust me bro, a better life awaits you at the top. He's not stopping, the ride is fixed. The orange floor is done. In fact, you can start having babies right now. We need to do this 18 more times. To get to Lime, I can just make a ramp. A luxurious utopia is awaiting you. 2 out of 10 floors are done. Now ramp into pink. 1, 2. I can't ramp to green, it's too far down. So they'll have to fall in it. Guess what, guys? The ride just became even more fun. He got hurt, but he's alive and that's good enough. Green's done. From here to there is a long fall, so I hope water fixes it. Mr. Villager is untouched. The process works, so we just repeat it for the rest. Excuse me? Physics? Hello? How? Bro died falling in water. I gotta try this. I'm fine. Let's try again. This one is okay. I guess we'll never forget the most unlucky villager who died of fall damage in water. We have at least 2 guys on every floor. We only need to multiply them to 500. Everyone have some bread. You and you and you. From the goodness of my heart. Not because I want to accomplish some selfish goal, that is ridiculous. I'll wait for a while and check on them later. Orange is looking impressive with 8 villagers. Lime is a complete failure. How did you get stuck there? Get out and make children. Pink is decent with 4. Green has only 3. Light blue 5. 3. They have 3 to 6 villagers, so there's a long way to 50, so let's give them some food and wait. Orange is doing great with 13, wow. Lime is disappointing with 4. Why? Just why? I know you're having lots of fun, but come on guys, you gotta do better. Pink is okay with 7. 5. 11, light blue is rising. 6. 7. Are you trapped? Dude, I can't be losing you like this. Bro just phased through the wall. Red has 7, white 9. How you get trapped in the most basic objects, I don't know. They're all around 10 villagers. We're a fifth of the way there. Get bread, have babies, I'll be waiting. Orange is doing great as always with 21. Lime hurts when I look at it, only 8. Pink has 10, 11, 13, on average it's like 15, and we have 2 problems. First, there cannot be more villagers than beds in a room, so we need at least 50 beds on each floor. Second, I need more bread because the boys ate all my food. Let's get some bread. I can buy it with emeralds, so we're going to our emerald farm. Bullying pillagers until the flag dude spawns. Nice to see you. With bad omen we can start farming. We are rich. Getting bread, getting bread. This problem is solved and now we need just the extra beds. I know I promised I wouldn't come back, but when duty calls, sheep answer. I'll also get whatever wool is left over, and you have never seen this many beds. I'll have to ruin the aesthetic of the tower, but I'll fix it later. You have beds, you have bread, all that's left to do is have babies. I'm waiting, I'm waiting. Almost all the beds are filled. We are soon gonna have the biggest villager hall ever. You're sleeping real good on the hard floor. Lime is doing a bit worse, as expected. Pink is good, light blue's good. You're sleeping real good with hordes of disgusting zombies staring at you. I see the cobweb is working as intended. I'll just feed them for a few more minutes and we'll be done. Are we done? Is it finished? Yes, it is. Every floor has at least 50 villagers. The biggest villager hall ever is complete. 10 floors, 500 dudes, hundreds of workstations. I challenge anyone who's listening to build a better one in hardcore. But before I end the video, there's one more thing I wanna try. I built the entire continent of Africa in hardcore Minecraft, and I made some of the most insane designs I could think of. For some, I used entire structures like end cities and bastions. For some, I built some of the biggest farms in the game, like gold and emerald. And for others, I trapped dozens of the most dangerous mobs. This was by far the biggest mega project I've ever done. It took me over 160 hours to complete. It is so massive that I need 30 shulker boxes of dirt just for the outline. So I have to put this entire biome in my inventory. I used 7 fully enchanted shovels to break it all. We can start building Africa. That sounds so weird. For the location, I chose the middle of the biggest ocean I could find because the continent is just a big island. Filling this shape took me 9 hours, and I also want to fill it with stuff like diamonds, emeralds and amethyst. This is much bigger than I expected. There are 54 different countries that I had to make. I outlined them with the obsidian I got from breaking the end pillars, and yes, I play way too much Minecraft. I'll start with this one, and it's done. I'll build the easy ones first and then work my way up to the I regret choosing to make this video difficulty. There were 3 more tiny island countries that I finished in a few minutes. Now we can work on land, which means I can build up. I then finished the next 4 tiny land countries, then the next 4 slightly bigger land countries on which I put trees and tall cacti. These first 12 were baby difficulty. From now on, every build will be unique and much bigger. Here I want to bring a lush cave, so let's take one. I then flew to a lush cave and took it. Moss, clay, lily pads and azalea. Back to Africa, I didn't just copy the look because it was ugly, especially the trees, so I made them better and added flowers. Nice. I want to turn 14 into a superior flower forest, so I'm not only gonna take stuff from a flower forest, but also sunflowers, lilies of the valley that only grow in swamps, and flowery leaves. The design turned out pretty good. Small and colorful. Here I'll bring a shipwreck, and I found one in the ocean I was in. I'll just yoink this entire ship and place it in my country. It kinda reminds me of pirates. In this one I want a drowned outpost. I see it. Sorry dude, I need it more than you do. I destroyed the buildings and made a better looking version in Africa. With the first 16 countries finished, the very easy difficulty ends and the easy one begins. The materials and structures will be harder to find and I'll start including mobs. For number 17 I want a bigger, better ruined portal. So I flew thousands of blocks to find and destroy 2 of them. Back on the continent I made some daring design choices. It would be cool if the portal shape was a rhombus. Yeah, that's a fancy word. These countries are starting to get big. In this one I want to bring the rarest structure yet, a desert pyramid. 3 stacks of fireworks later I found it, put it in a shulker box and went back. I wanna make some changes. The towers will be buried beneath the sand and they'll be damaged, like a ruined desert pyramid. I think it's ruined enough. Number 19 will be the first country to have mobs. I'll make it a tropical fish aquarium. Don't be shy, I've got buckets for everyone. I also got some coral for the floor, built it, dumped everyone in and I had the most crowded pool ever. This thing is tiny. This one will be the Endermite country. To the end! That was a joke because there is no end, I destroyed it a long time ago. To the end city! I got some stone, shot some flowers, had a staring contest with some endermen and went back to the build. It was small, I enjoyed it. To get endermites I have to use lots of pearls, I think it's like 16 for 1. Look at that, it's Alfred. Stop attacking me, Alfred, I'm trying to give you friends. After all the pearls he had 4 buddies and number 20 was done. I think it's funny just how easy things are now. Later I'll have to find some of the rarest mobs in the game. Next I wanted to make a wandering trader country and he just spawned, so your name will be Alfred because this is the only name tag that I have. For the build I went into a cave and got the rarest material yet, lapis lazuli. For the rest of it I used sand, sandstone, blue glass and concrete. Here it is, the wandering trader kingdom. For the last easy country, I wanna do something chill. I'll make a warped forest biome. I went to the nether to get 2 shulker boxes of materials, then I remade it with fancier trees and more dense vegetation. Very blue and foresty, I approve. After 22 countries, we are moving to the medium difficulty. These are much bigger. I'll turn this one into pumpkin land, just tons and tons of pumpkins. So I went home to make a giant plantation. The countries were becoming harder very fast. I spent 4 hours to get enough. This is ridiculous and I love it. I included trees, a house and pumpkin dudes. It's weird, in a good way. This one will be the zombie country. It would look amazing with blocks from a stronghold. I took a lot of the mossy ones because they were the coolest. I made a ruined hut and tower on top of mostly stone. Now I need some zombies. Hey there Nolan, would you like a house? They need helmets so they don't burn in the sun. This Nolan just doesn't wanna take it. Dude, you're dying, take it to save your life. He made a choice. This country has a population of 2. On 25 I wanna put a giant terracotta hill, so we're going to the Badlands. The build was big enough for me to start using beacon buffs. After shish kebabbing a mountain and some of the sand, I had 4 full shulker boxes. I'll build it kinda like a sandwich with a dark color in the middle. It's the tallest one yet. I'll make this country the tree country, I'll put tons of them in it. I traveled to get every kind of tree from the overworld. Oak, birch, jungle, everything. This is a very special combination of blocks to build with. I did not keep their default designs, they're lame. I made them more 3D. It is cursed yet aesthetic. 27 is way bigger than everything else and I'll make it a frozen country. To the mountains! So I need ice, all types of ice and lots of snow. 3 hours of annihilating the peaks later I had all of it. And I had some unique ideas for the build. I'll make some igloos which make sense, and I'll make some ice trees which doesn't make any sense but it looks nice. It would be sad if I didn't make snowman. The Christmas country is done. After 27 builds we are reaching the hard difficulty. These are not only big but made of materials that are rare and difficult to get. I'll make this one almost entirely of amethyst. I first went into the caves I already explored and it was easy, but it was not enough. I'll try to explore the ocean floor for more, and future me can say that was a good idea. Every few hundred blocks I would find the cave system and the amethyst I was looking for. This inventory looks like I'm in creative mode. I built a giant rhombus-shaped amethyst mountain. This is an expensive country. A volcanic build sounds amazing and this is the perfect spot for it. So I went to the nether. The lava and netherrack were quick and easy, but the magma blocks were different. They're in small veins in weird crevices under the surface and most of the time under lava lakes. But after these time lapses of me breaking it, I had enough. We're gonna be making a volcano. I also put lava craters and magma blocks all over the build. Lava land is done. I'll turn this one into Skulk. And it was an interesting experience. I flew to an ancient city and got normal blocks, vines and sensors, no problem. But I will take the screamers, but every time I trigger one there's a chance a warden will spawn. There's the big guy. This is getting more and more dangerous. I think I got enough. I'll leave. But not before asserting my dominance. Okay, see ya. The build was relaxing, except I had to mute the sound because of the screamers. Skulk is done and very loud. I wanna turn the big island on the side into a literal seed country. I will plant every seed type on it. I first used my own farms for wheat, melons and pumpkins, but I was missing carrots, beetroot and potatoes. Let's rob some villages. I mean, if you're not gonna eat them, then why have them? I bone milled the seeds for a while until I had 2 full shulker boxes. It's gonna look so cursed at the end. I can't say I built the island, more like fertilized the soil and planted on it. I even waited for them to grow. It looks interesting. I'm using stuff that is more and more rare, so for 32 I'll get coal. Tons and tons of coal. I traveled underwater, through caves, through underwater caves, including 2 huge lush ones to mine the blocks. We have a stupid amount of coal blocks to build with. In Africa I added some trees, which again makes no sense, but were the only thing that can fit. I wanna make a light country, with glowstone and shroom lights. So I went to the Nether to get the shrooms first. There's only a few on every tree, so it took a while. Hey guys, are you okay? I am being ambushed by 20 Endermen. I'm not staying here. Now the glowstone, and in 30 minutes I had it. During the build I also added some yellow concrete and torches so it wouldn't be a 2-block thing. Behold, the great tree of light. I shall turn this one into the bone country. So we're back to the Nether with another mission. Become an archaeologist. Parkour! Yeah, I'm a pro. Alright. I made a giant fossil of a dragon or something surrounded by soul sands, so it's kinda like the biome. But the most frustrating part was about to begin. We can't have a bone country without skeletons, so I'll lock them up in cages cause I don't want them to shoot me while I'm building other stuff. Here we go. Yeah, stay there. No. Oh, now there's a giant hole. Go in, please go in. We got one. I need a better strategy. I know you wanna hit me. Water trap. It's so much easier this way. I got a few more and the fossil country was done. Here I want a crimson biome, like the warped one from before but way bigger. Building it was simple. Other than some hoglings, everything went smooth and I made the better version of the crimson forest on my continent. Red and foresty. Nice. Here I'll bring a nether fortress. Let's see. There's one. But destroying it didn't go so well. I have to dodge blaze shots every 5 seconds. That's a wither skeleton. This is not fun. I suffered for 3 more hours, stealing a huge chunk from it, fighting skellies and getting netherwort. It's over, we can leave now. I wanna build a cross-shaped thing, with like lava strings on top. Yeah, that sounds good. And it looks how it sounds. Before we start building the very hard ones, I wanna have some fun with the spider country. So I went to every spider spawner I knew of and collected 8 stacks. To begin the build, I covered it with glass to prevent them from crawling out. I want at least 10 of them. You'll be the first. Water is amazing at trapping things. What? Spiders can dance? I spent 2 nights acquiring citizens, then finished the cobweb. It looks horrible, but I wanted it. After 37 countries, we're moving up to the very hard difficulty. This will have the rarest mobs, rarest blocks and gigantic structures. And remember, there is a level above this. Here we have a small space that we will fill with turtles, 18 of them. I quickly got the eggs by feeding them seaweed, built them a beach, and the waiting began. Turtle eggs can take up to 10 hours to hatch, and I did not get lucky. There was one group that even after all the others were done was not even cracked. So I waited 8 hours to get my turtles. I knew I was gonna waste time, but the entire day? Come on. But yeah, it's finished. This will be the wither country. I want wither skeletons and wither roses. I first got some soul sand for the floor, then went to the skelly farm for some heads to summon the wither. The only way to get roses is if this guy kills a mob, so let's try. The pig, get the pig. Good job. Hey dude, how you doing? I think fish are better for this. Yes, I have the roses, time to die. I got rid of the wither with a few arrows, then went to Africa and built the country, adding some netherwort for more color. The only thing missing were the skeletons. Bobby, I built a country just for you. Sadly, he did not reach the portal. Bobby, no. Stay away. No, I almost saved him. After the tragic loss of Bobby, I made the walls around the path so all skeletons would be 100% safe and brought them in. A true wither society. I'll turn number 40 into an LA country, and because they're a super rare and hard to find mob, I wanna build it with super rare hard to find blocks like diamonds. And I did exactly that, explored caves and oceans for hours until I had enough for 10 blocks. This build will not take long. I made the country, then set off to find the LA. They spawn in pillager outposts and mansions, so I flew for 18 minutes before I found one. I know you're holding prisoners. Ouch! I forgot they take like half my health with one hit. Vex are the worst, but they get countered by water, cause they float. There's crocodile heads emerging from the roof. After taking out the guards and shish kebabbing the mansion to look through every room, I found something. This is the LA holding cell. And it's empty. They're not guaranteed to spawn, so I had to go look for others. After another 2 very long trips to outposts, I still didn't find them. But I released a golem to play with the others, and after some more traveling, I finally saw them. You have no idea for how long I've been looking for you. Let's take care of these guys. And you're going to Africa. To get more, I make him dance, actually better than the spiders, and feed him amethyst. It's small but very valuable. Number 41 will be a mushroom country, a mob that's even more rare than LA. I spent 5 hours looking for that biome. I used more than a shulker box of fireworks. After all the searching, at least it's huge. We have plenty of cows and blocks. I got some mushroom trees and mycelium, transported them through the nether, and building was the chill part. I like it. Here I'll put a gigantic structure, a nether bastion. This one's good, let's take it. Whoops. Here we go. Now I have to fight an army. There's a bastion in my pocket. I made it the thickest, tallest thing on the continent. What scares me is we have much bigger things planned for this project. Here I'll put another gigantic structure, an end city. I'll take the first one I see. Here is the winner. These are the most annoying things in the game. When something like this happens, I just wait to fall. I got rid of the shulkers and then slowly stole the city. Let's do it. I didn't want to make it too simple, so I added roads and small end huts. This is the best looking one so far. This will be the Guardian country. I went to a temple from the same ocean as Africa, and the first thing I had to do is get rid of the 2 elder guardians. I'm sorry, but your debuff makes it impossible to break blocks. 1 down, both down. Even after that, getting the blocks was not gonna be simple. Not cool, go away. Again, really? Because guardians spawn really fast, I had to mine while constantly being attacked. I can get out now. Building was no problem, a small minimalist aquarium. A problem was the 4 guardians I wanted in the aquarium. Leashes don't work on these guys, so I'll build a railway from here all the way to the temple. I'm building while getting nuked by 20 guardians. Can you get in? It works, we're good. I brought in 3 more, destroyed the rails, and it was done. Before we reach the hardest difficulty, I wanna have some fun. Here I'll combine the houses from one village. I went to the closest one and took their houses. These are the blocks, let's make something nice. I built a tiny mansion and tried to bring all the villagers in. It looks like you're the only one in this huge house, because I accidentally drowned the others. Good job! With 45 finished countries, we're moving all the way up to the I regret choosing to make this video difficulty. These builds are huge and made of tons of very rare blocks, and for some I'll need massive automatic farms. This one will be the redstone country. I'll make it almost entirely out of redstone, just stupid quantities of it. So I started my journey into the caves. Both dry and underwater, I got every red block I saw, including 3 giant caves. Here's the 70 plus mobs I had to deal with. 2 hours later, I looked at my inventory. 4 stacks. We need 6 times more. All I did that entire real-life day was explore caves. I found more than 15 huge ones and mined more redstone in one sitting than probably anyone ever. If I showed you all of it, we'd be here for a full 3 minutes, but here's some time lapses. This is enough. It has to be. I can't do this anymore. For the build, I did some redstone trees and added a bit of red concrete for texture, and I barely managed to finish it. It took so long, but it's so ugly. But it's there. This is the second largest country in Africa, and I'll turn it into a mega jungle biome. We're gonna need a lot. I traveled to a jungle and decimated the forest. I got 3 shulker boxes of trees. Let's start the build. I put in the effort to make the trees and terrain look as stylish as I could. This is not finished, it needs more stuff. I got a ton of bamboo from forests, a ton of melons from my comically big farm, and bone meal from my chests. We're gonna make this thing look amazing. I filled almost every block with stuff. No wasted space. The last thing I want here are animals. Pandas cause I like them. Welcome to your own huge country. Have fun. And a parrot, even though it will probably fly away. You have fun too. The jungle is finished. Number 48 will be made out of copper, and if I mine for it, it would take 100 hours, so we'll need a farm. And the one powerful enough for my build was not simple. I needed lots of bamboo for scaffolding, lots of iron for the hoppers, and a ton of oddly specific items like warped wood fenced gates, note blocks, and glowstone. This is everything, let's do it. Building these kinds of farms is frustrating because if you put one block too low, you might have to remake the whole thing. I made a platform one block too high and had to destroy half of it and rebuild it. Let's start it with a zombie. And it works. I AFK'd for 16 hours and had all the copper in the world. But if I didn't wax it, it would turn ugly, so I needed a giant bee farm. Bees eat flowers, so we need many. I never imagined I would spend that much time getting flowers. I then took the few bees that I had, went in the nether, that's because it doesn't rain there and they won't take breaks, and fed them until I had 25 times more to get the wax. This really looks like creative mode inventory. The build was simple. I added some copper trees. Trees are the best. It looks good and shiny. This one will be Slime City. I'll build it with thousands of blocks. The automatic farm for it was very special. We need to dig very deep because slime can spawn above Y level 40. I used 4 fully enchanted pickaxes just for the outline of the build. So the material list is very interesting. First I got iron for the 16 golems and hoppers, then so much obsidian that I had to build a beacon in a cave, glow lichen, and tons and tons and tons of mushrooms. I've been finding them in the nether, but I did a Google search and I could have just bone milled a mushroom. So I bone milled mushrooms until I had enough. The farm normally has 1 layer, but I'll need 4. After 3 hours of making both the overworld and nether parts, it was finished and I wanted to test it. I'll AFK here for a while and see how much slime we get, but almost nothing spawned. I forgot about all the mobs from the caves around the farm. There is a limit to how many entities can exist at the same time, so I had to prevent all the zombies, creepers, skellies and spiders from spawning. I'll use these to light the ground and every single cave on a 200 block radius around the farm to make it work. Welcome to my life for the next 6 hours. I went into every dent in the ground and filled them with hundreds and hundreds of torches. I did everything. I'll AFK while I go to sleep and hopefully tomorrow I'll have 50,000 slime balls. How many? Yes, this is perfect. I finally went to Africa and used all the blocks I worked so hard for. I made a few giant slime to make it look impressive. I like it. And I'm so happy it's over. Now it's time to build a country that's even harder, the iron one. And there's no way we can do it without a farm. The material list was basic, a ton of iron for the iron farm, guess ironic, and some sand for the glass. I liked building, it was a big yet simple design. But here start the problems. I had to bring zombies and villagers in the pods. I first let them have babies until I had a lot, then transported them on huge platforms using beds to make them go where I wanted. It was tedious. Bro, that's the wrong way. I forgot to sleep. Amazing. You're almost there, buddy. Come on, surprise iron golem spawn attack? You are terrible at walking. Just saying. I was so tired in the end that I left the farm unfinished, went to sleep and started AFKing. When I came back, this is just enough. Nice. I made trees because I like adding trees to everything and small huts for the golems. It's like a mini iron city. Good job me. I'll build this giant country with honey, incredible amounts of honey. I need to get 8 times more bees in our bee farm, so I need over 4,000 flowers. Forest after forest after forest, I took everything that can feed my honey makers. When you look at this, you have to ask, why? And I answer, because I wanna make Africa. I went to the Nether and spent a real-life day expanding my bee army, kinda because I made an oopsie. How did you get here? Gotta leave. I hit a bee. They all hate me now. Out, 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 out. If they sting me, they die. So we lost like half the population. I wasted 3 hours in 3 minutes. After a lot of shearing and bottling, I eventually got the right quantity and made the country. The design was like the others, but bigger, better, more yellow with more bees. So far, this one is my favorite. We have 3 more countries and my biggest mega project will be finished. I'll make 52 the Emerald City. I did have an automatic emerald farm, but it wasn't big enough, so I had to destroy it. TNT is useful and fun to use. Goodbye, old friend, I'll replace you with a better one. The materials for it were pretty easy to get, tons of redstone and lots of quartz. This will be by far the hardest farm I've ever built. It had huge, extremely complicated redstone parts that had to be built to perfection or everything will break. Plus very specific coordinates for the villager pods and super precise ways to make the villagers go in the pods. The tutorial for this farm from Shulkercraft has almost 40 minutes and took me 6 hours to build. Let's get Bad Omen. Okay, and we can test it. Funny story, at this point my computer has been running for 6 days straight because of all the AFKing I was doing. The chests are too full, it worked too well. Back to the project, I made the Emerald Country more original with a giant tower in the center and some smaller huts. No trees this time. It's kinda weird, but in a good way. This is the biggest country in Africa and will make it from gold. That means I have to build the farm. The automatic gold farm I wanted is 5 times bigger than the emerald one. I blew up my tiny old one to make some space and started gathering the materials. A ton of sand for a ton of glass, 10 stacks of obsidian because it was gonna need a lot of portals, and 7 shulker boxes full of magma blocks. I'll show you as many clips as I can of me getting them. It was like 120 veins, plus all the building blocks, honey, slime, redstone and many others. 18 boxes of materials for one farm. Let's do it. Assembling this monstrosity took me a day and a half. It had both a nether and an overworld part and it uses a weird boat portal system to catch the pigs. The mountain of chests for the items doesn't need explaining. I finally get to test it. Okay, they're coming. This is so many pigs, what is happening? I AFK'd for a few hours and was more than ready to build the country. I made a huge golden mansion in the center surrounded by trees and piles of gold. The best way I can describe it is priceless. The last country will be a raid country. I'll somehow trap 20 or so raiders in here. I wanted a woodland mansion look, so I went to a forest and got a lot of dark oak, then some stone, then some birch planks. For the design I made a tower, a cage and some fenced areas. Now let's get some citizens. I first built a railway to the nearest village, then brought in a villager from somewhere else because I kidnapped everyone a while ago. Okay, now I need Bad Omen. So I went to the nearest villager outpost, which was a few thousand blocks away, got the buff and the raid began. Oh no, I am weak and defenseless, come get me through this suspiciously placed minecart. There you go. Do you fit? I don't know how, but nice. Welcome to your own prison, country. Can you get out? Now? Now? I can't break the minecart, you're too fat. Oh, what if... I'm smart. I did the same thing with 4 raids. Is that hero of the village? I finished the raid by kidnapping all the raiders. This is amazing. Can he do it? I believe in you. I believe in you. Hey, you're a hero, dude. After I filled the fences, the continent was finished. It doesn't look real, it looks like a dream. 161 hours of building led to this, a Minecraft remake of Africa. I gotta say, thanks for watching this video and all my suffering, and hopefully my next one will be a bit smaller. I built the most expensive planet in hardcore Minecraft and I had to explore hundreds of caves, blow up millions of blocks, plus many more things to get insane amounts of the rarest blocks in the game. The first thing I need is a huge golden ball. Lucky for me, I already have 2 shulker boxes full of golden blocks. This build is gonna be easy, it will definitely not take a month of my life, that's for sure. So I began building. Yes, I'm using a hologram, because I don't know how to build a ball in Minecraft. Leave me alone. This is a lot of Endermen that get in my way when I'm trying to work. After using all the gold I had, the ball looked like this. Yeah, this is far from finished. We're gonna need way more gold. Lucky for me, I have the best gold farm ever. Now this is gonna be easy. I let it run for a while and checked the loot. There's some extra XP. I can say we have an impressive amount of gold. I crafted the blocks from the nuggets and ran back to finish my ball. Please make some space. And after even more gold, it looked like this. That didn't help. We need like way more gold. I'll let the farm run for like 6 hours. That should be enough, I hope. The good news is we have enough gold. The bad news is I have to craft it from 1,000,000 nuggets. This is fun. So much fun. I can finish it, yay! After more building and punching Endermen, my giant ball was done. This was the gold part, aka the easiest part. Now I need to put stuff on it, and that's why I need 2000 redstone blocks, which is more than anyone has ever gotten. Ever. Let's mine. Whoops, I slipped into lava. I'm burning, but it doesn't matter. I got mining fatigue. Breaking blocks is 1,000 times slower. Can I break it before I die? I don't think so. Now I need more totems, so I have to travel thousands of blocks to my raid farm for that one joke, so subscribe. Alright, back in action. After 1 hour of mining, I checked my loot. I have 144 redstone blocks from 2000. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life in caves, aren't I? Double kill, said in full voice. Yes, make a huge ball. That was an impressive explosion. After 4 more hours of mining, I checked my inventory. I have 590 redstone blocks. That's far from enough. There must be a faster way. Okay, I can try. For a redstone farm, I first need a witch hut where witches spawn because witches drop redstone. Hello there. This is my house now. The witch had the cat. I kinda feel bad now. Can I buy your love with fish? Now it's my cat. My cat, Megatron. These are the materials I need for the farm, so let's get them. I need tons of stone and I have a stone farm for it. Boy, do I love exploiting game mechanics. The rest are easy because I have them. Actually kinda hard because I didn't label my chests. We're ready. I'm sorry Megatron, but I need to destroy your house. You'll be homeless for a while. Infinite redstone, here I come. Oh wow, I forgot to put torches down here. Don't break the farm. You're probably wondering what's up with the big ball that I'm inside. After I light up everything that's inside, the witch farm will be done. Hey guys, bye guys. I just have to sit here and it kills the witches for me. I AFK'd for an hour and checked the loot. Is this a joke? 29 blocks in 1 hour? The farm is useless. What am I supposed to do? If I mine, I have to do it for 15 hours, and if I use the farm, it takes 50 hours. What's that? Witches also spawn in raids? And I have a raid farm, you're right. Megatron, you're smart. I changed the sorting system to only take redstone and AFK'd for 1 hour. This is nice. 173 blocks per hour? A method that actually works. I'll just sit here for half a day. This might be it. Yes, 2000 redstone blocks. As easy as that. Megatron, you saved me. You deserve some fish. Now how do I decorate the planet? I'll make some tree trunks out of this redstone with amethyst leaves and a house from thousands of diamonds and netherite because I like making myself suffer. I'm not sure if it's beautiful or hideous. Anyway, the trees are bald, so we need 2000 amethyst, which is way too much. So I'm gonna fly and fly underwater. I found one, an amethyst ball. These X blocks are weird. They don't drop anything, they just exist. After 1 hour of mostly searching, I got 189 blocks. This is going as slowly as the redstone. I sure hope I got unlucky. It's been half an hour and I found nothing. Let's try looking in caves. Triple kill, said in a cool voice. This is the old one. There was another one right next to it this whole time? Man, I suck at this game. On hour 2 of mining, I got 403 blocks. I might not have to do this for 10 more hours, it's going pretty well. Flying, flying, flying. Nice, it's kinda small, but nice. I love how skeletons always end up fighting each other. I see potential. They fly like fireworks. The 4th amethyst ball. After 4 hours of mining, I checked my loot. We have a total of... Dude, I'm trying to have a monologue, leave me alone. Where were we? Oh yeah. We have 812 amethyst blocks, which is less than half, so mining for these things kinda sucks. But there's no other way to get amethyst, right? Megatron, do you know an easy way to get amethyst? Oh, you do? You can grow it from those X blocks I thought were useless? So I need 3 balls close to each other so they can grow at the same time. I need a smart and efficient way to find them. I'll dig holes straight down until I do. Bedrock. Oh, second hole and we have one. 2 out of 3, good. Here's some diamonds that we'll need 2000 of for later, but I don't have to worry about that, future me has to worry about that. Nice, we have all the bowls we need. Now we have 1356 and I can finally relax to let the crystals grow. 1 hour has passed, I hope we got enough. We got, drumroll please, 445 amethyst blocks in 1 hour. Perfect. I AFK'd a bit more to get to 2000. Megatron, you did it again. You saved me from 10 hours of boredom. You deserve some more fish. Now we can make these trees look good. I know it looks done, but this is just the beginning. I want to make a house from 2000 diamonds with a netherite base, which are by far the 2 rarest blocks. I'll start with the diamonds because they're a bit easier. Yes, skeletons, fight for my entertainment. Diamonds, diamonds, even more diamonds. This is going so well. After 1 hour we have 63. Yeah, no, this is not going well. I guess I'll keep mining and hope I get lucky. Good. Just 1, that's less good. 1. Skeletons fighting anyone but me. After 3 hours of diamond mining, we have 176. I just need to do this for 31 more hours. I'm just kidding, we need a better method. There are some people who found the method of mining straight down near clay patches to get insane amounts of diamonds. I move 6 blocks from the center and go. Bedrock. No, you can't come with me. We got some, this is working. Small cave with diamonds. After 1 hour with a new and improved method, we got a grand total of 5. 5 diamonds, just 5. This is the part where I regret choosing to make this video, give up on it and start working on an easier one. Unless I knew an intelligent cat who could help me. Megatron, please, I need diamonds and I'm too slow. Mine straight down? But I've already done that. To find caves faster. Oh, okay, I'll try. Same thing, but I stop and explore. Good. And that small tunnel led me to a much bigger one. Okay, these caves are impressive. I'll take a short lava bath to get to that one. I swear, skeletons are my favorite mob. After 1 hour of mining with this even newer, more improved method, I got 136. It's still kinda bad, but we're making progress, we're on the right path. Megatron's path. To work faster, I explored only the big sides of the caves and did not waste time with the tiny ones. Do I see potential for a mob ball? Bam! Oh, I'm almost dead. After 2 more hours of doing this, we got 450 diamonds, 225 per hour. Okay, I need to focus to get to 2000. Nothing else matters except for diamonds. I ignored mobs as much as I could, then got diamonds. I found giant cave after giant cave, then got diamonds. Flying safely doesn't exist anymore, I needed diamonds. Fighting back doesn't exist anymore, I needed diamonds. Having fun doesn't exist anymore, I needed diamonds. My overpowered sword with every enchantment doesn't exist anymore, because I lost it, because I'm dumb. But it didn't matter because I didn't need it, I needed diamonds. Here's some more diamond mining time lapses because if I have to suffer through it, you have to suffer through it. After 3 more hours I got 331, 325 and 412. This is insane. I didn't think 350 diamonds per hour was even possible. Can we get the biggest mob ball ever? Let's do it! Worth it. I mined a little bit more and checked the loot. This is what 2000 diamonds looks like. No, this is not creative mode, it's hardcore. Megatron, you deserve some of these. You saved me once again. You're as wise as you are cute. We're doing it, building a full diamond house. Ta-da! It looks impressive and expensive, but not as expensive as it could. Not with a stone foundation. So I'll replace it with literally the rarest block in the game, Netherite, for which we'll need 1000 ancient debris. I'll take some TNT, go to the nether, make a line from it, and because debris can't be destroyed by the explosions, it will stick out. Looks like we got one, yay! We just need 999 more. Oh boy. A 3 vein, nice. Here's 2. After 1 hour of debris mining, I have 35. And I need more TNT. This might actually take 40 more hours. For the TNT, we need 2 things. Gunpowder, which I will get by doing absolutely nothing up here while my creeper farm does the work. And plain old sand. Who's ready for another round? I'm ready for another round. Admiring explosions while burning in lava is such a Minecraft thing to do. Chicken! There's a chicken in the nether! In 1 hour I got 44 debris. Yeah, I can do this, it's slow. Like a wise man once said, when in doubt, ask the cat. Megatron, I need ancient debris, fast, how do I do it? More TNT? Like lots of TNT? Oh, unfathomable amounts of TNT. The bad news is, this gunpowder farm is not enough. The good news is I can extend it by simply building more farms on top of each other. Not 1 more farm, not 2 more farms, but 6 more farms. I need 2 things. Tons of stone, which I have this bad boy for, and tons of wood, for which we have this bad boy. This one is cooler though because it blows up trees. That's an impressive amount of wood. 6 hours of building, here I come. Guys, you can't spawn yet, it's not finished. Please don't. He did. Rip snowman. Now that is a thick creeper farm. While it does its job, I'll be in bed watching TikTok. Hello, infinite TNT. Actually no, because I need sand too, like a lot. The take 5 shovels with you kind of a lot. Good. This will be fun. I'll need a thick tunnel and we fill it with 5 times what we used before. One. 3 debris, pretty good. That's an ugly lava river. I can swim through it. I am so slow and so blind. It's kinda worth it though. There's another chicken in the nether. I'm very happy and I don't know why. In 3 hours of mining, I got 59, 58 and 80 ancient debris. This is 2 times faster than before, actual progress. But I believe we can do even better, with more TNT, infinite TNT. And the only thing that stands in my way is that cursed sand. I did a bit of research and sand farms exist and are not that hard to build. First, I need to destroy the end portal frames with mushrooms. Now let's see the farm. It's supposed to look like this. This room needs to be bigger. Now I need a bunch of random materials from my chests. I really should label these things. This is everything. Let's build the farm. Building with holograms makes it look like I'm 3D printing something. Just a fun observation. I think I flick the lever and the magic happens. If it has a rhythm, you know you did a good job. Now a collection system in the end. These hologram graphics are sometimes blinding. Okay, let's test it. And it works. It's the most cursed thing I've ever seen, but it works. It really works. Oh my god, they're all full. Nether, here I come. I'll make this tunnel the thickest by far. There's no such thing as too much TNT. I can see 3 veins already. 9 from 1 explosion. Let's do this. These tunnels are getting so big that mobs are starting to spawn here. Why do I hear explosions? I have to run. No, 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 no. That could have killed me. I'll blow up 5 tunnels at the same time. If I can aim... There we go. In 4 hours I got 99, 100, 154 and 144 debris. I can finally say I don't suck at mining netherite. I want this explosion to be the biggest by far. I'm gonna use 2 boxes full of TNT. Here comes the nuke. I can see so many veins. 51 debris from 1 explosion. That's an impressive record. I mined for a little longer and checked my loot. We hit 1000 ancient debris, and it was actually fun. TNT is fun. I will smelt it to get netherite scrap, combine it with gold to get ingots, and from them we have the blocks. This is enough to upgrade 253 tools to netherite, and I'll use it on a house. That sounds expensive. The most expensive planet is done. 2000 redstone blocks, 2000 amethyst blocks, 2000 diamond blocks and 1000 ancient debris. And I couldn't have done it without the help of a certain cat. Megatron, it's time you leave the swamp and get an actual house to live in. You'll like it, trust me. It's warm, it's huge, and it's safe. Welcome home, buddy.